The views and opinions expressed on this broadcast are those of wearecolerain.com and its members and does not reflect Colerain High School, the Northwest School District, or the Colerain football. Thanks for listening, and let's go Cards.
And welcome to 8801 Cheviot Road, Colerain High School, as your Colerain Cardinals play host to the Hamilton Big Blue. I am Brandon Wyatt alongside Brian Wyatt as the Colerains take on a GMC foe here on homecoming in Week 6 of the 2018 season. Cardinals coming into this game 5-0 on the season, 5 straight victories. The Hamilton Big Blue coming in at 0-5, 5 straight losses to start the season.
You know, it's a GMC matchup to throw the records out. I'll tell you what's great tonight. It's not great tonight. I'll say we have great weather tonight. It's good to do the broadcast with it. Chris Himonitis listening from home. I'm going to watch this titanic struggle here. And just so everybody knows, it is a home game, so we can bring you live video. No way cross broadcast, so there'll be no replays, no scoreboard, and any of that fancy stuff. It's just one of our guys sitting on a roof with a single camera. Mike doing double duty. So we're getting about 3 minutes from kickoff. It's homecoming tonight. Hamilton starting to take the field. Cardinals coming down the tunnel.
Cardinals coming down the steps as we speak.
So, as we said, well, we've heard rumors that Quincy Sims-Marshall, the Hamilton quarterback, 2,000-yard passer, may be injured tonight. So we might see their star sophomore, their Keyshawn Stevens, their running back, lining up at quarterback. A lot of Wildcats. So what it was going to be a titanic struggle for Hamilton. It just got another hurdle thrown in front of him.
We started the number 1 quarterback, Khalil Soul, is hurt for the Big Blue. His backup is hurt, and so Hamilton will be going not with a third quarterback, but basically their star sophomore running back, basically in a Wildcat formation the entire time, which is not good news for this Hamilton Big Blue offense, as this is the best run defense in the GMC and the Colerain Cardinals.
And just watching him warm up, doesn't have the greatest arm. So you could have a running quarterback if he's a dual threat. He's going to have to dump the ball off, some short pass, and get a little play action going. But a titanic test against, you said, the number 1 defense in the GMC. And their stats are a little bit deceiving. They've given up a couple touchdowns, but a lot of them have been third and fourth quarter, late in there.
And the 3 points a game is also deceiving for the Colerain Cardinals, because it's not actually 3 points a game they're giving up. A lot of the team stats in the GMC are a little skewed by the Princeton forfeits. So there's a bunch of games that are officially counted as 1-0.
So they throw all those stats out.
Scoring.
So legitimately, as we say every week, stats don't mean anything. But really, for the rest of the year, GMC stats, as good as they are. Yeah, I mean, do they keep the individual stats still the same?
Individual stats.
Okay, but team stats are thrown out. Okay.
Well, they're not necessarily thrown out. They're just skewed by those numbers. So it was the Hamilton Big Blue winning the coin toss for once in about 4 times, which it is. We actually got to see the coin toss results.
And it is homecoming here tonight, so Hamilton elected to kick off. Colerain will have the ball first.
I don't know what homecoming has to do with their choice, but nonetheless, it is homecoming night, and they did choose to kick. I don't think necessarily they are correlated, but
well, they're just being a little bit cordial for the home team, allowing them to score first. And this game, we'll have a little starts and stops. We're live here, but Star 64 will have this game not live, but they'll replay it tonight. So we'll have a few TV timeouts thrown in here and there. We'll try to keep it going as we're going. So Sincere Jones, J.J. Davis back to return for Colerain, along with Deshaun Pace. Zach Welch will be kicking off for the Hamilton Big Blue.
Oh, that's why I'm confused. I'm like, that's not Zach Welch. He looks much taller in the program. Looking at the Colerain roster, numbers on one side.
Yeah, they got a couple years ago, got away from the Dallas Cowboy look. Oh, I was a big fan of that.
Referee is set. Whistle ready to play. And the kick is away. It's a squib kick straight up the middle. picked up, still on the ground, still loose, still on the ground. And I think the Big Blue pointing like they have it. We'll see what
Colerain's
happens.
pointing like they got it too. Both of them celebrating. Yeah, he just hit the top of the ball. Really wasn't an onside kick looking for a squib, but he couldn't have got a better bounce. They're unpiling him. That ball about the 25-yard line. And it is Colerain's ball.
It is Lawson Sandusky coming up with it from the bottom of the pile. And I think there was a moment of hesitation there. Luke Bolden kind of had a bounce where he could kind of get it, but he thought that kind of let it go for the man behind him to play it. And the man behind it, little hesitation.
They hit an interesting formation. They left it open like they anticipated that. But you're right, that one little short hop was right in between them. It was one of those, I got it, you got it, I got it, you got it. So Colerain has got a ball at their own 25.
I formation, Deontay Smith-Moore, Pace, Sincere Jones, handoff, Pace Jr. off a 1, off a 2, just tripped up. And a big gain up to the 39 on the opening play of the game.
Yeah, it's yards after contact with Ivan Pace. Congratulations to him. Got it offered this week from UC. But, a couple guys, they tried to chop him low, hit him at the thigh, and he ran through them. Picked up a good chunk of change right there.
First down.
Yeah, got a feeling Ivan Pace is going to have a big game today.
And off again, Pace through the initial line, tripped up, held up. Linebackers and safeties tackle him, but he's still got a gain of 4 of the play.
Yeah, 4 yards on first down in this offense. That's exactly what you need. 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12. They only need 10 for the first down. It's Elijah Spradlin, the inside linebacker, making the stop.
And as you said, Ivan Pace picked up an offer from the University of Cincinnati. University of Cincinnati hosted several Cardinals this week. Got to think Coach Fickle's going to work hard in what he calls the state of Cincinnati across the city for picking up high school recruits. Handoff, fumble,
and it is Hamilton's ball. Yeah, just a little bit in the mesh. Looked like Smith-Moore wanted to pull it out. He's talking with his fullback there. Just a little bit of miscommunication. Hey, it's not raining tonight. No excuses, no wet ball. But it just popped right out, fell on. Hamilton gets the first big turnover. They're going to be taking it over at the 43-yard line of the Colerain Cardinals.
Really the first time this year we've seen the Cardinals take the opening drive of a game. It's usually been pin the other team back and then work on short fields. This time it'll be the Big Blue operating with a short field.
Yeah, and it is.
Stevens in at quarterback, so the sophomore running back will take the duties for the Big Blue.
Stevens behind center.
And Cardinals showing no respect. There's no one 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. Handoff up the middle, stuffed. He's going to fall forward for about a yard.
Yeah, he gives the ball, not on our roster. Caleb Johnson takes the first carry.
So the sophomore hands off to the freshman running back.
Okay, that's a 6'1", 185-pound freshman.
No gain on the play, brings up second down and 10.
Johnson a little bit shaken up, but the referees are not, he's not taking a knee or he's not taking a timeout. Play clock down to 12. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, there was he didn't get up there, didn't go back to the huddle. Not that Hamilton huddles, but I could tell that there was something wrong. You know, again, testing the depth of this Hamilton backfield when you got your sophomore running back playing quarterback and your freshman put into duty right there. They got to find another healthy body. And he's up on his own. Maybe caught a stinger or something. He was kind of grabbing his leg, maybe caught a helmet to the shin or something.
Or maybe the freshman for the first time going against Colerain kind of got hit in a way he's not used to.
Friday Night Lights the first time. If you're going to make your debut,
you're
going to make your debut. We don't know how much he's played this year. Not a lot of stats on him, but coming out as a freshman at Colerain, your first feature night as the tailback, could be slightly intimidating. But coaches have confidence in him, even though he's a freshman. As I said, 6'1", 185 pounds.
When looking for your next new or used vehicle,
so there's no gain on that play. Second down and 10.
We'll see how much they adjust by down and distance. But on that play, both of the Cardinal safeties were basically playing as outside linebackers. No one within 5 past 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, playing way up.
You've got good cornerbacks, so why not just cheat everybody? I mean, we see other teams do that against us. You got to watch that skinny post if you're the safety sneaking
Elijah
too far up.
Spalding now in at quarterback. He's going to hand the ball off. Finding some space on the outside is Stevens, the man to start the 9 at quarterback. And this is an interesting wrinkle. So they did this a little bit last week. We'll see it here. Spalding is the starting middle linebacker for the Hamilton Big Blue. He's coming in as the backup quarterback basically because it gives them a throwing element. But how much can you play him, your quarterback and middle linebacker, both ways? So
Quarterback on both sides of the ball.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Big Blue.
Elijah Spradling behind center.
So Spradling takes the snap, keeps it himself, and Ivan Pace knocks
ball's
the ball
loose.
loose. Ball's fought for, and it is the Colerain Cardinals football.
About the same area that they lost it. Didn't see who came up with it, but yeah, this time it was just a quarterback mesh. Ivan Pace looks like he came up with the ball.
Ivan Pace causes the fumble, makes the play, and makes the recovery.
That's a guy you want on your fantasy football team if you're scoring in an IDP league. He gets the caused fumble and the recovery.
And the tackle for a loss.
And the tackle for a loss.
And he plays offense.
You could be
The Cardinals are their second drive, 9:32 to play in the first. They'll start at their own 39-yard line. Back to the I formation for the Cardinals. Set back, fumbled
it again.
Again, Deontay Smith Moore back on top.
Not sure, a little bit of mix-up they kind of ran into. That really wasn't on the mesh. It looked like Ivan Pace was going to one hole and the quarterback was going to the other.
That is the mesh, and it might not look different to someone who's not really versed in it, but it is different. There is an
Did you just insult me?
Yeah. There is an inside and outside veers. That basically changes the path of the fullback in the blocking scheme.
But it looked like they weren't heading for the original spot.
That's what I'm saying. One person was running the inside veer, one person was running the outside. It causes some confusion on the handoff. Handoff, jet sweep. Sincere Jones trying to find some space, and he's got it around the outside, down the 40 to 25, 30, still in bounds. Finally worked out inside the red zone, down to the Hamilton Big Blue 11-yard line.
Yeah, Dylan Lee keeps him out of the end zone, but I tell you what, it really didn't look like much was there. He got to corner, and there was just a slight crease. Been banged up so far this year, but showed a little bit of the extra jets we've seen from him. He can take it all the way down inside the 10. First down and goal, Colerain Cardinals.
Good blocking on the edge, really. He didn't take it all the way outside, cut it back to the inside. And the wide receiver takes the cornerback inside again. Jet sweep, handoff. J.J. Davis working one-on-one. This one's coming back. It won't count.
Yeah, they might have your tight end here, Elijah Ford, on a hold. The defensive player almost took him down.
It's not going to be a hold. It's going to be a chop block on the Cardinals.
Yeah, that sometimes happens when you got a slanting. Slants into that. You've got somebody.
Yep, it happens. You get your offense is basically a run to put the linemen all going in one direction. And if the slanting defensive line goes and follows the guard, the tackle going into that space is going to hit him low because he's trained to cut. And unfortunately, the contact up high and low isn't intentional. It's just a product of kind of how the play works out.
Yeah. So that'll bring it all the way back to the 24-yard line. First down and goal at the 24.
It's first down and 20.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They were on the 14.
They were on the 11. Again, same play, jet sweep. J.J. Davis inside, outside, still on his feet. Breaks one tackle, tries to spin off another, and he can't, but he does pick up 4 yards on the play and make it second down.
Yeah, they went back to the well that time. Outside linebacker on that side does a good job. Last time he was blocked. This time he gets off his man. He doesn't make the tackle, but he turns him inside.
Again, if you'd like to reach us here in the booth, the address is radio@wearecolerain.com by email, or you can directly message us in the live stream YouTube chat. Brings up second down and 18 for the Cardinals at their own at the Hamilton 20-yard line, and Deontay Smith Moore lost a footing there, fell down. It'll be third down.
Colerain has been successful the last couple weeks throwing the ball. Looks like they're kind of out of rhythm in the run game. Hamilton doesn't look like they're doing anything special, not getting a lot of, we get a little bit of penetration.
19.
Substitutions for the Cardinals. Got to think they're bringing in a passing package.
Yeah, they'll probably go shotgun 4 wide with the bringing.
It will be shotgun 2 wide, but shotgun with 2 wide receiver or 2
tight ends. They brought in Beavers as a tight end.
But
play clock running down. They get a
with
timeout.
the play clock running down,
Quick play clock.
Timeout for the Colerain Cardinals at their own 23-yard line, or excuse me, at the Big Blue 23-yard line.
A little disjointed this starts. A couple fumbles early, but Colerain Cardinals still with possession of the ball. I'd like to take this time to thank our corporate sponsors. Couldn't do anything without our sponsors here at wearecolerain.com and the Colerain Boosters. Queen City Running, Valley Metalworks, CAI Insurance, Hawksworth Blood Center, the Cincinnati Police and Credit Union, State Farm Insurance, Shock Tile and Carpet, Skyline, Hoding Realtors, the Underground Sports Shop, Friedhoff Accounting and Tax Service, Meyer, Joe Cappell's Lawn Service and Landscaping, Midwest Stonescapes, Paul Young Funeral Home, NovaCare, La Rose's, Northgate Ford, Game On Sports Bar, Life Touch, Fast Signs, Arab Pest Control, Plato's Closet, Supercuts, Langen Meats, Quaker Steak and Lube, Joseph Toyota of Cincinnati, Northwest Association of Educators, Friendship Baptist Church, and Long Schaefer. Thanks to our corporate sponsors. You want to be a corporate sponsor, not just for football, but everything that the Colerain Boosters do. Just go to our contact information, find us on our webpage, get in touch with one of us, and we'll set you on the path to joining our Cardinal family.
3rd and 19 for the Colerain Cardinals at the Big Blue 23-yard line. So after the timeout, the Cardinals come back out again. 2 wide receivers to the right, a tight end to either side of the formation. Pace to the left of Deontay Smith-Moore. Man in motion. J.J. Davis again, jet sweep. Ivan Pace in front. Can he get the edge? J.J. Davis just can't get enough space. Picks up about 6-7 yards on the play. It'll be short of the line of game. Brings up 4th down.
Interesting what you do. You trust your defense tonight. You want to test your offense, but your kicker, your snapper holder kicker combination's kind of been off a little bit, and you're in field goal range, and that looks like what they're going to do, maybe? Yep.
Chris Mangold will set up for the field goal attempt. It will be a 34-yard attempt from the left hash.
Ed Bolden, your kicker. Deontay Smith-Moore is your holder.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is no good, wide left. And the 7:06 mark of the first quarter, it's Colerain 0, Hamilton 0.
Picks up a few yards in high school athletics when that ball is kicked into the end zone, no return. It's placed at the 20. Yeah, it was at the left hash, and he just pushed it far right.
It went left.
Went
left.
Stop in and see our friends at Tags Cafe, located on Road across from Soccer
It's like Caleb Johnson is back in the ball game at tailback. So that'll put Keyshawn Stevens back at your sophomore running back at quarterback. And they've gone 5 wide with just the running back there. I'd pretty much send everybody at the quarterback.
Stevens sets, there we go. Sincere Jones is not on the field. There we go. Sneaks back on the field. Handoff. Stevens takes it, finds a seam up the middle. He's across the 30. He's got himself a first down.
Yeah, fakes the jet sweep and just finds a little hole. I tell you what, he's got a quick first step. He doesn't need much of a crease right there. He's planting his foot down. He picks up the first down across the 31.
First down for the Big Blue, their first of the game. Cardinals actually played that play with only 10 defenders on the field. Sincere Jones just came out of that offensive formation. Didn't realize he still had to go play corner on that play. He was not on the field for the play, came right in and late.
Yeah, not sure if he was messing with the equipment or just completely forgot. So first down and 10.
Stevens takes it.
He's going to keep it himself. He's going to go around and back to the line of scrimmage.
Will be no gain officially on the play. Will be nope, not officially a half yard on the play. Nope, now it's going to be officially a yard. Keep scooting, just nope, officially
he's
2
got
yards.
2 yards on that play.
It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Big Blue at their own 33-yard line.
33-yard line.
And again, Big Blue severely hampered, or limited, excuse me, by the fact that
hampered too.
By the fact that they have a running back playing quarterback. Snap back, runs left, jet body, keeps it. Good play in the backfield.
He's still loose.
But he's still on his feet. He'll turn a loss of 2 into no gain. Good play by the Stevens, but it was Donovan Owens who got in the backfield, got a hand on him, couldn't bring him down, but he slows the play down, and the Big Blue lose 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for Hamilton.
Yeah, Owens and Phillips had a hand on him. See if they'll let him, you do quick outs, maybe some little screen passes, but I don't know how much quarterback experience he has, so whether they'll let him throw the ball here.
Do know one thing, the Cardinals are going to bring pressure. Roll, keeps it, run pass option, pass is there. Incomplete, intended for Darren Bowling. He would have been about 3 yards short at the point of catch. Alonzo Kendricks was there for the Cardinals. Don't know if he could have broken the tackle.
The personal foul.
No, it wouldn't have mattered because it was an illegal shift on the Big Blue, but the Cardinals will not decline it for some reason.
Colerain has declined the penalty. 4th down.
So they did decline the penalty. A little confusion by the referees there.
So is that after the play? I missed it.
It was an illegal shift.
Okay, illegal shift.
Along with J.J. Davis.
J.J. Davis and Sincere Jones back deep for the Cardinals. It'll be Spalding to punt. It will be fielded. No, it won't. Awkward hop for J.J. Davis.
But sometimes deep, awkward hop opens the
field
up.
Space through one, and the Big Blue are there to get about the 20-yard line. That's where the Cardinals take over.
And a late flag coming in. I've seen it got a little bit of chippy after the plays a little bit on both sides. This one came real late from way behind.
Isaiah Harrison and Caleb Johnson was on tackle.
Referees are going to discuss it here.
Penalty flags.
Dead ball. Dead ball person. I don't know what the bumping of your one zone fist penalty signal is, but it's on the Cardinals. Half the distance to the goal.
Well, I mean, this isn't the NFL, but one of my favorite calls. There was I can't think of his name, but an NFL referee. And he's got kind of a lilting voice, and he was giving him the business. So somebody was giving him the business here.
Okay.
So
we'll just ignore you like you didn't just speak there. We'll just pretend like the past 10 seconds didn't happen. Deontay Smith-Moore under center takes it, hands it off. Ivan Pace still on his feet. Sorry, that's Hamza Abdul-Wahid. Still on his feet. And all that for a gain of 2.
Yeah, giving Pace a breather right here. We're looking, he's not on the training table, so Hamza getting a little bit of a look there. He's going to pick up 3.
One thing could be said of Hamza, he is going to run hard. And he went through about 3 guys there.
He's an effort guy. The first guy is not going to take him down. He keeps those legs churning. And he's not the biggest guy, but he will run through you. He will find contact. That's one thing about the fullbacks here at Colerain.
Officially a 3-yard gain, handoff, counter, up the middle. Sincere Jones found a space, makes a move, runs into his own guy. And if not for that, he's got into the land of 6. Sincere Jones found the hole in the middle on the counter, cut it up, but he ran into the back of Freddie Johnson, trying to break free, slowed him down enough for the Big Blue to catch him.
Yeah, that's 2 big runs he's had. We've got kind of excited that we thought he got the distance, but, just as you said, had to slow down because he ran into his own man, which allowed the defense to catch up from him from behind.
Cardinals staying in that I formation. Up the middle, fake. Deontay Smith-Moore takes it. He's tucked it. Spins forward and falls for about 6, maybe 7 on the play.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind to see Colerain not throw the ball tonight. Use this as you need to get the rhythm in your offense. We've seen him that been able to throw the ball.
Elijah Spradling in on the tackle for the Big Blue. 2nd down 4.
But their timing's been off in that mesh all night so far.
2nd down and 3.5 for the Cardinals. And again, sticking with the I formation, not something we've seen a lot for the Cardinals this year. Quick pass outside, J.J. Davis.
That might be a lateral. Ooh, that's close to lateral.
J.J. Davis can't handle it. Pass a little high, incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
As I said, I hope to see them not pass. And what do? They go to pass on me. So it's.
Well, they didn't do it on you. They did it on Hamilton.
Well, they were rubbing it in because they heard me tell them not to do that.
It's kind of conceited of you to think that they can hear your thoughts from so far away.
Well, I see the Colerain coaches are on the roof above us, and they do have headsets, so I don't know if they're listening to me.
3rd down, 3.5 for the Cardinals. Up the middle, Hamza Abdul-Wahid stepped through one, still on his feet, crossed the 35, and it's a 1st down for the Colerain Cardinals. Hamza Abdul-Wahid.
Jaden Marshall takes him down, but not after a big gain. Just a straight dive, not doing anything fancy right there.
Not doing anything fancy or fancier.
Fancier. Or fanciful. So the ball's going to be at the Hamilton 34. We got 3 minutes left in this quarter, no score.
You're correct in that statement. Deontay Smith-Moore again hands it off. Hamza Abdul-Wahid still on his feet. He is a tough man to bring down. He'll pick up 4 yards on the play.
Pick up 4 on that down.
Correction, Hamza.
You know we were playing the repeat game.
The ball carrier.
I know you're
Slightly
easily
distracted.
I know you're easily distracted. There's something shiny in the stands.
Well, I got enjoying the night. Got my window open, and everybody wants to talk to me tonight.
There's probably some popcorn you're smelling in the air.
Have you had the kettle corn down here?
2nd down and 4.
That kettle corn's amazing.
Speed option left. Deontay Smith-Moore pitch to Sincere Jones, and he's going to be upset. And so will Coach Bolden with Freddie Johnson tomorrow in the film room.
Made by James Turner.
Just about a yard short of the 1st down.
But he had the edge if he got a block. That was, again, a potential touchdown. But Freddie Johnson just completely missed the block on the edge. The corner makes the tackle, 3rd and short.
Yeah, triple option with the passing this year. We've seen him feature all of our feature backs. It seems to be Sincere's night so far.
Quick pitch, triple option. J.J. Davis with some space, cuts it back into the end zone. Touchdown, J.J. Davis. He fast.
He fast. You're absolutely correct. They run short side here. They overloaded this left side, and it looked like a kind of a busted play. The quarterback runs into his fullback. It doesn't get really out of that, but once he gets that to J.J., there really wasn't any defenders over there. Good block. Not sure who was that. Is that Gavin out there? Wide receiver on that right side. One defender, one blocker. He does his job.
We say it's a busted play. It's just Hamilton forced him to make the decision very quickly. Interesting here for the Cardinals. Cameron Ott is lined up for the extra point. Snap is back. Kick is up, and it's good. And at the 125 mark of the 1st quarter, your Colerain Cardinals 7, Hamilton Big Blue 0. Interesting for the Colerain Cardinals there. It's not Chris Mango kicking, but rather Cameron Ott.
We don't know if maybe is there an injury or something going on, or just a little coaches thing, getting ahead of your kicker, not having the best year like he did last year, but new snapper, new holder. Don't see him on the training table. As a matter of fact, that looks like he's going out there to kick off. No, is that Ott out there too? Looks like Ott's going to kick off too. Now, is he still playing soccer too?
Maybe. Yes.
Yeah.
Mangold is on the side with his helmet off, so I don't know if it's just it might be one of those things where he could probably kick if they really needed to him, like a long kick like they had, but maybe not a situation where...
You know, there's been talk about the flu bug that's going around.
We don't know.
Anything
nice
we say is speculation, but...
I mean, for all we know, his foot is got...
He forgot to put laces in his shoes. We don't know.
Yeah,
anything that we say would just be made up, and we know we don't make things up here.
Well, at least some of us. Cameron Ott, though, the sophomore kicker, will set up for the Cardinals to kick off. So it'll be interesting. The Cardinals have been able to pin the other team back all year. See if Ott can take that here.
Stevens, Moffitt, Johnson back to return. I tell you what, that's got good height in that kick.
It'll be fielded at the 10-yard line, but with all the height, the Cardinal defense gets down there, and he is unable to cross the 20-yard line.
I tell you what, who was that? That was 17 Lawson Sandusky. He was in blow-up mode right there. He was so excited he had him lined up, he didn't wrap. But it is good coverage. That was a great kick by Ott. Ball's going to be placed exactly at the 20. Stevens, again, out of the shotgun.
3 wide, 4. Nope, motion. Step back, handoff, keeper up the middle. No gain. Donovan Owens. Nope, that's number 42. That's Josh.
That's 12.
There is no 12.
That's Willie Finch.
That is 12.
I told you.
I think he wore 42 earlier in the season. That's why. I knew it was 42, Willie Finch, but he's now 12 Willie Finch. I recognize the hair.
Yeah, whatever. Make it up. 2nd and 10.
Stevens takes the snap, fakes the handoff now. He actually did hand it off up the middle, and again, tackled in the backfield by Willie Finch, but he falls forward for a yard gain.
Bring up a 3rd down and 7, yeah.
Yeah.
Hamilton is really limited what they can do in offense. I mean, it's either the quarterback's going to keep it or he's not. Haven't really seen it.
And it's even worse here in this play because on 3rd and long, Hamilton's sort of in a situation where they have to pass. Cardinals are going to bring the house and make the non-quarterback make a decision, but it looks like the Big Blue might let the clock run out here in the end of the first quarter. There's a difference in the play clock and the game clock, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter after 1 quarter of play here at Colerain High School. It's the Colerain Cardinals 7, the Hamilton Big Blue 0.
And again, if you want to contact us in the booth, it's radio@wearecolerain.com. You can send us an email, give us a direct message right there on YouTube. Anybody talking to us tonight?
And on radio@wearecolerain.com, thank you for listening from sunny Corona, California, Lenny Lopez.
Thanks to our producer.
Well, Mike, you have a mic today.
Mike has our producer.
Mike, you have a mic today, so you can tell us who's listening.
Our producer, Mike, we asked, the question was posed, was there anybody commenting online, and he doesn't want to talk on his mic.
He just said yes.
All right.
He just said yes. His answer was yes. Well, Mike, you need to describe who these people are to us.
Well, that would be Chris Walker, checking in from Humboldt, Texas.
Oh.
And Mark Strong is watching and listening, says looks great.
Is that it?
And Justin Crosby.
All right. Well, thank you, Mike, for letting us know who's listening online. And thank you to all of you listening online tonight here as we bring you homecoming from Colerain High School. The Colerain Cardinals lead 7-0 on the Big Blue. And if you want to reach us in the booth, you can reach us directly in the YouTube chat or at radio@wearecolerain.com. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Big Blue at their own 23-yard line. They trail 7-0 to the Colerain Cardinals.
Yeah, a little surprised at the score at the end of the first quarter. Just 1 score difference. Colerain missed a field goal, but they've had 2 turnovers. And Hamilton, when they've had the ball, had 1 turnover, but they're also holding they're running the clock as much as they can. Their quarterback is hurt, so they're eating up as much clock, keeping the ball. Colerain has had a couple of big runs. Sincere Jones has done a really good job, but they just have not capitalized and got it into the end zone.
So, both teams are back on the field. 3rd and 7 for the Big Blue. Waiting for the referee to signal ready for play.
I think we might be waiting.
Nope, there we go.
The TV timeout.
Stevens set at quarterback. Takes the snap, rolls left, looking to pass. He finds no one in a white uniform but Ja'Cory Patterson down the sideline, still on his feet, into the Cardinals, into the red zone. 1st down. Colerain Cardinals, Ja'Cory Patterson with the interception.
Yeah, Stevens rolled out to his right and tried to find somebody. He had two receivers in the area, kind of overthrew everybody, being chased, good pressure by the Colerain Cardinals, and he threw it right to Patterson, who was playing a little center field. They're going to set up Colerain in great field position here at the 15-yard line of Hamilton Big Blue.
And when you don't have a quarterback playing quarterback, Cardinals bring pressure, force them into a bad throw.
Yeah, man-to-man. Patterson was playing center field and just bring much pressure and force a turnover.
Cardinals back to the traditional formation.
Ivan Pace back in at fullback.
Fake the pitch. Deontay Smith-Moore throwing deep up top. Incomplete, too high for Elijah Ford.
Play action pass. He had his options right there. Pace was coming out of the backfield out in the flat, but your tight end had a step. Elijah Ford did, and just kind of overthrew him in that flag pattern.
He was there. Just set him a bit too high.
Yeah, kind of threw a flat pass. Almost had to get more air under it.
And like you said, either one was open. You going for the little more difficult throw there, and he can't make it. So, 2nd down and 10 for the Cardinals. Now they spread it out. Wide running backs split out wide in the formation. Step back, speed option. Ivan Pace takes the pitch from Deontay Smith-Moore, turns the corner, still on his feet, down the sideline, into the end zone, 6 points. Ivan Pace Jr.
I tell you, good block on the outside. We gave him a hard time earlier. Freddie Johnson springs the block, but outside linebacker from Hamilton had a good angle, and I don't think you realize in short space how fast Ivan Pace is. He's a very thick-legged runner, and he'll run through you, but when he needs to turn it on, he's not going to run 100 yards that fast. But for that first 10, 15 yards, he's got to burst and beat him to the corner and easily walks into the end zone.
The other thing to note on that play, Coach Bolden was livid on the play, immediately ran to the wide receiver. He did not like how late Hamilton hit as the kick is up and good. Extra point makes it 14-0 Colerain Cardinals at the 11:35 mark of the second quarter. Coach Bolden was livid with how his quarterback got hit on that play. He pitched the ball. He kind of got drove to the ground afterwards. He was not happy.
I didn't see behind the play, but I mean it is a fine line when you've got an option quarterback. You're going to hit him every time he has the ball. But how long after that release are the referees going to allow him to be hit?
And if you're the referee, it's a guessing game, because it's one thing you don't know.
Fake it, keep it.
We can fake and keep it, but also there's one thing if you just you make sure you have contact and wrap up. It's another thing if you make contact, wrap up, and then drive to the ground. So it's a fine line the Cardinals always.
Well, we've seen it in the pros, using your entire body weight and driving them to the ground.
It's a different set of rules, but
different than in high school. That's not really. All right, we're sticking with the sophomore kicker, Cameron Ott.
And we do have what is only assumed as a TV timeout after the play, so it's 11:35 to play in the half. Cardinals lead 14-0. We'll go back to the emails.
There's a gentleman on the sidelines in a burgundy shirt. He doesn't have those big orange gloves on, but that's our TV timeout.
Listening in from sunny. It's not sunny in Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, the Windy Apple.
Jim and Terry Shear listening in. I thought it was the city that never wakes, but
we know Cleveland is the mistake by the lake, but I know Chicago's up by the lake, but it's awesome up there.
It's really cold, though. Man, does it get snowy and icy. Oh, man, it's unpleasant in the winter.
How about those Cubbies?
They are fighting with the Milwaukee Brewers right now. Oh, not with them.
Well, it's not a physical fight.
Yeah, and they're not playing each other, but they're fighting for the top in the Central Division of the National League. Ott kicks off deep and high, well, not so deep, but very high. Fielded about the 12-yard line. Cardinals try to find the man in some space. Out across the 20 to about the 22 is the returner for the Big Blue. That was Caleb Johnson.
Wait, Caleb Johnson's returning kicks and playing quarterback?
Well, Caleb Johnson.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's your
freshman running back.
Yeah, but you know what?
He's not playing quarterback.
That kick only went to the 15, but only about a 7-yard return. I'll take inside the 25 every kick.
Stevens back at quarterback.
Sophomore kicker's on the sidelines now, telling tales about his great kick.
Handoff up the middle. Ivan Pace closed on it from behind. It looks like Eric Phillips finishes it from the front.
Say Colerain all over that play. I had a great angle on that, and they were trying to slant this way left side, and Ivan Pace was waiting on him. And I tell you what, he running back, turned and went the other way. Got his playing an area, but you get a crease in between that tackle, and you're going to see Ivan Pace there. I think I'd try to get around him too.
2nd and 9. Fakes the handoff, keeps it Stevens, and he is tackled from behind by Ivan Pace Jr. I can't imagine why Luke Fickle would give this kid a scholarship offer.
Did you see how quickly he turns that corner? And I tell you what, I'm not making fun of him. Well, I'm not really making fun of him. Caleb Johnson, the freshman, getting his start at running back. Watch when they break the huddle and he goes to get set into his position. He does this little, I'll call it a happy hop.
All right.
See, they'll call the play.
3rd and 6.
We get to play from the sidelines. Wait to get to play from the sideline.
And the play clock hit 3 seconds. Big Blue realized they weren't going to get it off. They'll call timeout. That will be their 2nd of the half.
Yeah, 10-17 left to play till half. Thanks again to our corporate sponsors. We couldn't do anything here. We're a complete volunteer group, so without the boosters, we could do nothing without our corporate sponsors. The boosters would be handcuffed. So thank you to Long Schaefer, Friendship Baptist Church, Northwest Association of Educators, Joseph Toyota of Cincinnati, Quaker State and Lube, Langdon Meats, Supercuts, Plato's Closet, Era Pest Control, Fast Signs, Life Touch, Game On Sports, Northgate Ford, La Roses, NovaCare, Paul Young Funeral Home, Midwest Stonescapes, Joe Capel Lawn and Landscaping, Meyer, Friedhoff Accounting and Tax Service, Underground Sports Shops, Holding Realtors, Skyline Chili, Shock Tile and Carpet, State Farm Insurance, Cincinnati Police Credit Union, Hawksworth Blood Center, CAI Insurance, Valley Metalworks, and Queen City Running.
That was really impressive. Really impressive by you to read that list in reverse order.
Well, I tried to mix it up because not one of it is more important than the other. And I actually had a friend of mine, I won't say who, a friend of mine is one of the corporate sponsors, and he goes, how come we're always last?
I said, will point out that you just gave a hint about who your friend is. Second of all,
no, because he's kind of in the middle.
Some of them are more important than the other, but we just don't live.
We don't know really who.
Well, some of them are more important because some of them do give more money. We appreciate them all,
hey,
but
$1 or $1 million, it's all important.
Well, $1 million is slightly more important, though.
Just a little bit, figuratively. So let's see if the running back does it again.
Big Blue up.
Happy hop. I just like it. He's
Take
enthusiastic.
Snap, fake it one way, keeps it right into the hands. Take your pick: Mason Hill, Dante Corleone, Luke Bolden, Eric Phillips. They were all there.
Yeah, it did not fall for the fake. Your most dangerous runner is the quarterback, so you're keying him completely. If he gives it off, then you're chasing the freshman down. But
Spalding to punt for the Big Blue, J.J. Davis. Sincere Jones back deep.
Well, Spalding hit a knuckleball that got a good goofy bounce last time. Colerain doesn't bring any pressure. Kicks it away.
Ball goes out of bounds. Marked at the 43 of the Colerain Cardinals.
Didn't think that referee was ever going to stop there, did you? You were running out of breath. So 9:35 left to play to halftime. Colerain leading 14-0.
Oh, I had plenty of breath. I could have held that note much longer than I did. That sounds like a challenge.
The next time the referee walks the sidelines marking the next punt.
I'm just saying, when
it's all you.
Hamza Abdul or Deontay Smith break this touchdown run here, I'll just hold it like normal.
Remember, your mom's listening.
Yeah, she's probably not. Formation, Sincere Jones in motion, handoff, counter, up the middle. J.J. Davis ran into the back of his own man, stays on his feet, going to lose about 2 yards, and the Cardinal upset that there was no flag called for face mask.
Yeah, I think everybody in the stands saw something right there, but I tell you, Hamilton does a good job. Colerain comes with that counter. They stay at home. Good play by the defensive line.
No, in the referee's defense, J.J. Davis was in the middle of the pile when he got face mask, and everyone in the stands has a different view of that pile than the referees on the field. So it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Cardinals. Ivan Pace checks back in at fullback for the Cardinals. I formation. Wing back receiver to the right. Handoff. Ivan Pace off of one tackler. Stays on his feet. Out across the 45 to the 48. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Cardinals.
I tell you, good job by Jordan Jones. He hits Pace in the backfield, but Pace bounces off him, but Jones sticks with the tackle. So instead of a no gain, he does pick up 6.
And that was a good play, X's and O's wise, by the Hamilton Big Blue. They were in
He was
play.
there.
He was there. But this time, unfortunately for Hamilton, Colerain Cardinals have Ivan Pace Jr. playing fullback, and he bounced right off of the player. But should have been a 2-yard loss, turned into about a 7-yard gain.
So nothing fancy here. Back out of the wing formation. Pace
And
gets the ball.
Pace up the middle, off of one, cuts it offside, turns the Jets. Now it's a foot race down the sidelines, off of one defender, and he stepped out of bounds, but not before. He picks up the 1st down deep in the Big Blue territory.
He's strong.
As indeed, and he did a good job patiently waiting off the Freddie Johnson block downfield.
The ball will be spotted just outside of the 10. Let's put it at the 11-yard line with 7:54 left to play in this half. Bowling leading 14-0.
Cardinals can't pick up a 1st down. Pace.
I know what you want.
Pace to the sidelines. Step back. Double pump. Touchdown pass. Freddie Johnson.
Smith Moore, he kind of bobbled the snap right there, and that little bobble might have helped him a little bit. The defensive end kind of took away that slant Freddie Johnson had up the middle, but he that little bit of delay let him get past the jumping defensive lineman. He hit him in stride.
That was part of the play design. That was a fake the bubble. Freddie Johnson go over top for the little post pattern and was there. Good job of Deontay Smith Moore to get it over top of the linebacker. And Deontay Smith Moore with another touchdown pass.
Camera not for the extra point.
Bolden snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is
good.
Good. And at the 7:49 mark of the 1st half, it's the Colerain Cardinals 21, the Big Blue of Hamilton 0.
So again, that's a new kicker in the ball game after the first missed field goal by Mangle. Cameron Ott, the sophomore, has come in. He's hit 2 extra points. Had two decent kickoffs. Good hang
3
time.
extra points.
Okay, I thought Mangle got the first one. No, all 3.
You know, it was interesting. We saw in warm-ups, I saw Cameron Ott take the extra points in warm-ups. So you got to think there's something, maybe like you said, flu, or maybe he forgot his shoes.
Yeah, he had some bad Twizzlers.
Yeah, I mean,
anything we say would be speculation.
Yeah, I mean, I used to have Twizzlers before the game, but I never had bad Twizzlers before the game. So.
Well, even a bad Twizzler's a good Twizzlers.
Well, you know,
I'm a stale Twizzler person.
You know, it happens. Well, I'm not talking about bad, like stale. I'm saying like bad, like it's just, you know.
Stevens, Maffitt, and Johnson back.
Ott pops it high in the air.
Consistently.
Fielded about the 10-yard line, but the Cardinal defense is closing. Got it on the outside, but closed on by Freddie Johnson. Nope, that is Freddie Johnson.
That's Freddie Johnson, yeah. Kind of hard to tell. His shirt got tucked up under his chest plate.
Yep, so it kind of looked like 20, maybe 28, maybe 26.
So again, Big Blue just outside their 20.
Oh, officially the 21-yard line will start this drive. Stevens still at quarterback.
You know, I'm surprised maybe they just hadn't made a quick little 3-step drops and just let him sling one long. A hope and a pray. Just to kind of,
because he might not have the ability to.
Well, you don't know how far you can throw it, but you know, I'm sure you've practiced it. Because this Colerain is just not giving him anything in the run game. Play clock.
Delay of game.
Dead ball foul.
So a delay game instead?
Yes. Stand to it.
Okay.
Yeah, my job as the color player is to let you describe the play, and then I just fill in the blanks.
Sometimes you just don't even. You just repeat me. Sometimes.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
It's like I'm hearing voices.
The happy hop.
Handoff, backfield, blown up. Deshaun Pace on the safety blitz.
I tell you what, that blitz was absolutely perfectly called, coming from the backside at the counter.
There was a loss on the play.
You got to think between Deshaun Pace and Jakari Patterson, you might be able to blitz those safeties every play.
You've got safeties that are both 6'2", 6'3". I mean, they'd be playing linebacker on most high school teams, and they're playing safety back here, so they're just kind of free roaming.
Second and very long for the Big Blue. Man in motion, fake the jet sweep, hand it up the middle, keep by Stevens. He thought he had some space, and then it closed quickly. They gained about a yard on the play.
Man, it looked like was it Daryl Patrick in the ball game right now? They're kind of seeing some new faces in there.
Well, I think the Cardinals have done a good job tonight.
Okay, no, Brandon, that was 42 is a different player than you thought was earlier. That's Josh Mason. There is a 42 plan.
Well, I know there's a 42. I just thought one was.
Well, you know what? The 42 that he's wearing out there is not 5'10".
Yeah, that's Willie Finch again. I think he is both. I don't know why. Handoff. Robinson trying to find some space. He's got a decent game, but on third and about 16 to go, he only gets 5 on the play. Bring it up, fourth down.
Yeah, he was slowed down a little bit by Eric Phillips on that time, but a great job again. Deshaun Pace gets off his blocker.
No, that is. I'm so confused.
So Elijah Spradling to be kicking from about.
Now Willie Finch is on there, and then 42. It's got to be. They're both on the field at the same time.
There's a 42 and a 12, but I think they kind of got mixed up.
I have them mixed up. High catch. Sincere Jones takes it, tripped up.
Sincere Jones.
A little bit behind the play. Looked like Luke Bolden tied up with one of the Hamilton Blue defenders. Don't know if it's going to be one of those. I caught it out of the corner of my eye. It was away from the play. Both guys going at it, so it might be one of those personal fouls against each one of them, unless one of them initiated a little bit more aggressively. I was surprised no personal foul Colerain by the referee, and he's only calling it against Bolden. As I said, I didn't see it. That was 10, 20, 40 yards away from the play.
Well, the whistle hadn't blown when he threw the flag, so I think Bolden's upset. Coach Bolden is upset.
Could be one of those just blocked too hard.
Well, he's just blocking him. What is it? He can't help it that he's better than him.
When I looked over there, he was on top of him, so he could have been standing over top, and they could have called him. Who knows? Who knows?
And the coaching staff will admit it. That's one of those calls that's.
You don't mind. That's aggressiveness.
Well, no, I was going to say that's one of those calls that we get because we're Colerain, and we're the big bad Colerain.
I was trying to avoid making that statement, but there is truth to it.
I have no idea who 70 is, but
Colerain?
He's in a quarterback.
70?
I gotta think
No, Deontay Smith Moore's right there.
Who? No, 70 is in the game. There is someone with a completely
Brandon Payne.
There's someone with a completely different jersey in an offensive line right now.
That's Brandon Payne, a sophomore.
But his jersey is like completely different. It's not the same jersey as everyone else. When they back up, you'll see it. I'm so confused right now. But just look for it here as in first down. Man in motion, J.J. Davis takes the jet sweep around the edge. One man to beat around the corner. He does. Gets a block downfield by Sincere Jones. Now he's cutting back across the other side of the field. Still on his feet. Across the 40 to the 36. See, look, right where the point play, 70 has a different jersey than everyone else. I'm not imagining
70 is listed as a sophomore, Brandon Payne. But you know what? He's got the number. That's a freshman.
No, that's a freshman.
That's the freshman jersey. We might not have an updated roster,
or his jersey ripped, and that was the one they have a replacement in the bag.
Possible. Yeah. What you actually wore? What 4 jerseys?
4 numbers. In the
Four
game.
numbers in one game.
Fake the jet sweep, double pump, and defense there to make the sack. As someone who wore multiple jerseys in a game, I
believe
know
you have the state record.
it's not a real record.
It's not an official record, but you wore 4 different jerseys, 4 different numbers in the in one game.
Yeah. Cool. It's not a real record, but if you want to keep telling yourself that.
It goes along with my track records I have.
That's not a real track record.
Yes, I have the longest pole vault.
The longest pole vault is not a real thing.
Yes, I wasn't very good. I held the pole too long. I cleared the mat. And then I broke 4 hurdles in one race.
Again, none of those are real records.
Not real records, but they are true stories.
Also, I doubt you're the only one who's ever done that. So
That have broken 4 hurdles in one race?
yeah, I doubt it. Sincere Jones in motion, handoff. Ivan Pace fake. Deontay Smith
Oh,
4.
Deontay make a decision right there. He
Little
hesitated.
too much dancing. Go picks up 4, but takes a big hit. They probably should have just tucked it and picked up more yardage.
Yeah, he got through the initial line of scrimmage, keeping the ball away from, taking it away from Ivan Pace. But as you said, run north-south. He started little too extra juke moves right there, and that was a big hit. We've seen a couple of them. Jordan Jones, linebacker.
I'll tell you one thing about Jordan Jones. I'm confused every time he's near the play because those bright yellow shoes definitely look like they
Like a flag. They should ban all yellow
No,
shoes.
they shouldn't. I like the shoes, but 2nd down and 13 for the Cardinals after the holding penalty on 1st down. A little confusion up front. Deontay Smith tucks it and goes. Fake the pass, opens up the other side. 1st down, Deontay Smith Moore.
Yeah, they send everybody to the right side, and they were. Did you see the sidelines right here? Normally, I was going to describe that play. They sent everybody right, and there's nobody left. Deontay Smith Moore takes it to 20. But we're seeing the big boy group come in here. We normally see that only inside the 5-yard line. Colerain has it at their 20, and here comes Bolden and
Eric
Phillips in the ball game.
15 seconds.
So saw Phillips play a little bit of tight end. He caught a touchdown pass on the year. I don't know if Bolden has touched the ball yet, but only 7 seconds on the play clock.
Cardinals got to hurry, but they got the 2 tight end formation out of the shotgun. Snap back, looking to throw as Deontay Smith Moore caught up, and he's brought down for a loss. This is a formation we've seen in the past, but it's the first week we've seen it from the Colerain Cardinals.
They released Phillips right down the middle field, and if you've got a quarterback and maybe 2-3 inches a little bit taller, he didn't see him. You throw that ball up in the air. Safety's only what 5.
Now, this is
5'6".
This is the first time they've run it with Bolden and Phillips, but it's a formation we've seen in the past with the Colerain Cardinals, where they bring in those big guys and run 2 tight ends out of the shotgun and use them almost as an extra weapon because you're not expecting the Colerain to throw their tight ends out of that 5-wide, 3-wide formation. Man in motion, handoff. Sincere Jones takes the jet sweep. Ivan Pace with a block of 2 men out ahead inside the 5 for a Cardinal 1st down.
I tell you, Eric Phillips, not a lot of experience playing on that offensive line. So he said played tight end last year, but he absolutely sealed that corner. There was no getting around that. And then Ivan Pace lead the block. And Sincere Jones is a little upset. I don't know, he's had 3-4 big runs tonight, but he's yet to reach the end zone.
And the Cardinals are going even bigger, bringing back Elijah Ford, the regular tight end. Michael Bess is in, so Cardinals going with 4 tight ends on this formation.
Where's Bess lined up at? Bess going to line up as a
No, it's basically 4 tight ends with Pace in at the sole running back. Deontay Smith Moore takes it, fakes it, throws. Eric Phillips for 6 points.
How do you defend that? You got to bring everybody else because you're a short yardage situation. But Eric Phillips being 6'4", what is he listed? 6'4", 6'5"? But his wingspan makes him play about 6'6", 6'7".
And that's just another thing on film, though. That everyone's expecting, they put that formation in. Either hand it off to Pace or Deontay Smith Moore tucks it in. We throw a little wrinkle on film, and now it's a little more hesitation on the defensive end and future opponents.
But you know what?
Snap is back. Kick is up. And it's good. At the 3:01 mark of the 2nd quarter, it's your Colerain Cardinals 28. The Big Blue of Hamilton 0.
Yeah, curious how that was pretty much an ugly kick. Bad snap.
Timeout. Did it go through the uprights?
It went through the uprights.
Yeah,
It
that's a
doesn't
good
have
kick.
to be pretty. So Colerain Cardinals with 3:01 left to play till halftime. 28-0 over the Hamilton Big Blue.
Again, you can reach us in the booth at radio@wearecolerain.com, or you can reach us in the live chat on the YouTube stream.
Shout out to the city of Clevis, Sunshine, watching from home.
At the concession
Cleves.
stand.
That's Cleves.
Please report
Oh,
to
sorry.
the concession stand if you're missing one of
So
these
from
items.
Cleves, Sunshine is watching from Cleves.
Cleves.
To claim. That's a credit card and a cell phone waiting to be claimed at the concession stand.
Sure. Some other scores around the city, Mike?
Yes.
Do we want to wait till halftime?
And we'll sneak them in. Fairfield is up 14-7 on Princeton. Lakota East 21-3 over Oak Hills. Mason.
Surprise.
Mason is up 3-0 over Lakota West.
Johnson.
Middletown 21, Sycamore 12. And what else do we have
None
here?
of those other scores matter.
Harrison 28, Talawanda 7. That's a good one.
Cameron Ott's going to tee it up at the 40.
Any GCL updates?
Stevens, Maffett, and Johnson back.
Cameron Ott's kick is squibbed
Squibbed.
this time down the middle. Fielded, little hesitation who's going to pick it up. Finally fielded by the Big Blue. And again, just out around the 20-yard line is where they're going to pick up the first down to start the possession.
Back to the 19-yard line. Hamilton has
So
possession.
not sure what else Hamilton can do. Down to their third-string quarterback, who's actually a running back.
Elsewhere, St. X 14, Elder 10, and Moeller 14, LaSalle 7.
Low scores.
The Titanic struggled today in the GCL South. GMC with some surprising scores as well.
Keyshawn Stevens back.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Running back to the left, shotgun formation. Now to the right. Stevens, clap, take the snap, hand it off, keeper, and he loses the yard.
Stevens, the ball carrier.
Colerain still has 2 timeouts left as we go 2:45
Willie
left to play till
Finch
half.
is in attack for the Cardinals. No gain on the play brings up
Interesting to see here how those Cardinals use that clock management here. You don't really think the Big Blue are going to throw the ball. If you're the Cardinals with the clock stopping at first downs, you're probably going to want to save as much clock rather than timeouts as possible.
Yeah, Hamilton's going to burn up as much as this clock as they possibly can. Play clock down to 7, 5, 3.
Motion, snap, back, looking to throw. Ivan Pace applying pressure, and Willie Finch and Luke Bolden finish it off.
Stevens, the ball carrier.
And Colerain does use a timeout right here. Stops the clock with 2:02 left to play. Yeah, had 2 wide receivers there in the pattern, but rolling against his hand is a tough throw for a quarterback, but for a gentleman, running back that's playing, attempting to,
Probably
that's
even harder.
hard to ask from him, and he's already thrown 1 pick so far, so he keeps it himself. It wasn't there. Good coverage deep there by the Colerain Cardinals. Leaves the Colerain with 1 timeout left. Going to mark it for a slight loss. This is going to bring up a 3rd down and about 13. They need to get just past the 29-yard line.
This might be the longest 2 minutes of the season. With the amount of timeouts, and then the TV timeouts, and then the Cardinals are going to throw the ball, and then it's going to take some time to come out. Very slow pace.
All right, so our chain crew has decided to respot the chains. I don't know if you were watching, they were playing a little sword fight over there. It was kind of cute.
Things happen. Stevens back in the
So
shotgun.
it's 3rd down and 11, not
2nd down. Oh, no, it is 3rd down and 11.
yeah.
Snap back. Stevens takes it. Quarterback draw. Trying to find some space. Gets around the edge and will be knocked out of bounds.
That stops the clock. Colerain does not have to burn up a timeout there.
Kendricks.
So it'll be 4th down for the Big Blue. 1:54 on the clock. Cardinals will get possession with a timeout. Unless the Big Blue decided to go for it. It was about a 7-yard gain, 4th and 5. Nope, they have the Big Blue all.
Yeah. It says 5 on the scoreboard, but it's closer to 6, almost 7. They just did a little pump action, a little quarterback draw. He wasn't going to throw it at any point. Elijah Spalt done a very good job punting back there. J.J. Davis, Sincere Jones back.
Jakari Patterson nearly with the block. Sincere Jones, fair catch at the Big Blue 47. And that's where the Cardinals will take over with 1:48 to play and 1 timeout to work with.
With all the weapons that Colerain has, we've seen them been able to throw the ball from different formations. They have 1 timeout. About 48 yards to go.
It's surprising with, you talk about all those weapons and the weapons you have on defense. Surprised, we saw it a couple years ago with Keontae Jones. Surprised we haven't seen. We saw it week 1 with Deshaun Pace, but why not with their height? Deshaun Pace, Jakari Patterson on offense in situations like this.
I'm sure they got a jump ball situation. But, Colerain will throw underneath here. They could just be running it out.
Fake it, handoff, pitch. Deontay Smith-Moore steps up in the pocket, wide open, off the hands, Jaquan Jackson.
I tell you what, that was good quarterback play right there. They went play action. He looked for the tight end in the middle of the field. It wasn't there. Then the pressure up the middle from a Hamilton Big Blue defensive line. He kind of rolls out. He sees his man breaking free. Hit him in the hands. He's got to catch that ball.
That was a really good play by Deontay Smith-Moore.
That was, Went to his secondary receiver, a little bit of scramble, hit his receiver.
Stepped
on
up
the
in
run.
the pocket, shotgun, 2 either side. Deontay Smith-Moore to Sincere Jones in the flat. Breaks through 1 tackle who pick up yards to the 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Clock stops at 1:35.
Yeah, they ran a crossing route with Sincere Jones and Freddie. If he hits Freddie on the inside slant there's a little bit of a gap that he can get past the safety right there. Don't know what they saw, but it does stop the clock, 1:35.
Just a quick pass in the flats. Jones sets up a short 3rd down. Deontay Smith-Moore looks to throw. Quick throw, out, route, pass, 1st down, Sincere Jones. Out of bounds.
He was looking downfield, and that was his secondary receiver, and Jones does a good job. He knows where that 1st down marker is.
Second, that might have been the 3rd or 4th read. He looked left, checked back down, threw down right. That might have been the 3rd or 4th read.
Yeah, and Sincere Jones was just sitting a couple yards past the yard to get. Quick hook pattern. I tell you what, everybody says, he's a running quarterback. Did you see that cannon arm right there? He set his foot through a fastball.
You say the cannon arm. I was impressed with just the fact it was left, there. Okay, my check down is over there.
So that ball will be spotted 1st down Colerain at the Hamilton 36.
It's timeout by the Big Blue.
They have 2 remaining.
They have 1 now. I don't think their timeouts are going to matter really in this situation, but they did take one defensive timeout here. I don't know why, but they did.
First and 10 from the Hamilton 36-yard line.
2 receivers there on either side. Pace flanks Smith-Moore in the shotgun. Smith-Moore looks, swing pass, Ivan Pace out of the backfield.
Get a block to the outside.
Cuts to the outside, got some space, cuts it back, still on his feet across the 20 to the 15-yard line. 1st down, but he did not get out of bounds, so the clock will continue to run after the chains are reset.
Yeah, tell you what, picked up about 7 yards after that. You don't want to say maybe coulda, shoulda, woulda stepped out of bounds right there and stopped the clock. But he said it does stop while they place the chains.
And a good play to just get the quick screen out of the backfield of Pace Jr. Snap is back. Bad snap, Deontay Smith-Moore making stuff out of nothing. Still on his feet, reaches across. Touchdown, Deontay Smith-Moore.
Well, they set the ball, they set the change, they started the clock, and the only people that moved was the center and your quarterback. And the snap was terrible. It bounced, and everybody stood still. Both The offensive line, the defense, nobody moved until Deontay Smith-Moore kind of broke free, picked it up, and by that time it was too late.
Made about 3 defenders miss.
That's about as ugly as a touchdown is.
Rolled over to the defenders trying to tackle him to stay on his feet across the goal line. Kick is up and good, and with 1:11 to play in the first half, Colerain 35, Hamilton 0.
And I tell you what, you talk about depth on a team. We talked earlier about the quarterback situation here at Hamilton. Not really sure what's going on with Mangold tonight. He did have one field goal, and he kind of missed it. Not speculating whether it's a coaching injury, an illness, or what's going on. But I tell you what, Cameron Ott has come in and done a good job. You got depth at kicker. Who has depth at kicker? But we got a sophomore that's stepping up right, has been perfect on extra points tonight and done a quality job on these kickoffs.
Puncher goes at Taste Cafe, Springdale Road, and a latte iced coffee or a signature frappe. Created from locally roasted beans.
So 1:11 left to play till halftime. Colerain up 35-0. Hamilton Blue, Big Blue will have one timeout remaining. Not sure they'll use it. Colerain still does have one timeout left.
And we're not taking off the Colerain.
So we've seen a little bit here. He's got height on his kick. He squibbed his last one. Did Cameron Ott. Hamilton Blue sitting deep. Stevens, Moffitt, Johnson. 3 across the, setting up inside their 10.
Johnson deep for Hamilton.
And the squib kick goes off of the up man. Luckily for the Big Blue, he falls right on top of it. That's Blake Hawkins. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
No, he was trying to squib kick it, and he accidentally hit it off the knee of one of the up men. As you said, Hawkins, luckily that ball didn't come solidly off his knee. It kind of dropped straight down and started spinning. That could have been ugly. But I tell you what, Hamilton Big Blue, best field position of the game for them at their own 42. One timeout, 1:10 left to play. Mike, key on this tailback. Let's see the happy hop.
You know,
everyone
has
everybody's at their own. I said, I know. It's great enthusiasm.
Pick on this little kid. I mean, he's trying to do his best. All right. Stevens takes the snap, goes left, trying to find some space, and he is absolutely crunched in between Mike Bess and Ivan Pace Jr.
Ivan Pace is crashing from the outside. Nothing develops, and if nothing develops, if you're running back, your quarterback doesn't plant his foot and go. Ivan Pace turns a quarter as quickly as any linebacker I've seen here in a long time. He does pick up one, clock running, 45 seconds.
Fake the handoff. Nope, he did hand it off. Robinson takes it. And, I'm sorry, Johnson takes it. Picks up about 5 yards, but it'll bring up 3rd and 6. I don't know if the Big Blue, though, are really interested.
Or if, Colerain's got a timeout left, but they're up 35, so second half they're going to start with the running clock. So
Big Blue does not have to run another play.
They're going to.
Stevens looks to throw, not there. He's chasing, throws it up and away, out of bounds.
Stops the clock with 9 seconds left to play.
Stops the clock. It's going to be 4th down. Now, with the situation, the clock as it is, Big Blue really don't need to punt.
You know what? Throw it deep and it acts as a punt.
Or it just runs clock off.
Just go Hail Mary right here. Send everybody long. Hopefully you can give your quarterback 4 or 5 seconds. Or, you know what? This is a good area. They're going to bring the punter in.
This is a really good spot to fake it.
Oh,
really good spot to fake it.
Eventually, one of these times you're going to be right. You knew where I was going with that.
Cardinals have been awful.
As we saw, their punter is their 4th string quarterback.
He is their 4th string quarterback. So, Big Blue kind of had some confusion whether they're going to go for it or not there.
Did they call the timeout, or did Colerain call the timeout?
They call a timeout.
So it'll be 4th down and 7. Big Blue will have it on their own 49. There are 9 seconds left to play till the end of half. Colerain leading 35-0.
Colerain has been awful close to blocking the last 2 punts.
We haven't seen that a lot from Colerain. Colerain this year, I believe that Dan Bolden, ex-AD, is the new special teams coach, and he's more setting up returns than he has doing any type of trying to block kicks.
we say that Coach Rod is locked out of the coach's box trying to get it in. We're like, we don't know how to help you out. Sorry. Brief break in action. Hamilton set to punt. Cardinals looked like they're coming for it. Up the middle, nearly blocked Deshaun Pace. Cardinals didn't even bother to go return it. This ball will bounce. And the clock will expire.
Did you just say Sneerly?
No,
They Sneerly blocked it?
Said nearly.
Okay, whatever.
So the clock goes to 0.
A flag after the play.
That ends the second period with the score.
Interesting what they'll call right there, whether they'll carry on to the second half. Way far away from the play. The ball was, down inside the 5. This flag's all the way back near midfield. It's going to be a personal foul. One of those personal foul both ways.
Personal fouls.
So did they redo the play?
Nope. It's post after the play. It doesn't matter.
Post possession, but okay. So that takes us till halftime here at Colerain High School, the Cage, 8801 Cheviot Road, where your Colerain Cardinals lead 35-0. Keep an eye on the clock. We'll be back in about 5 minutes left to play with update your scores from around the city. This is Brian and Brandon Wyatt for WeAreColerain.com. We'll see you after halftime.
Education and responsible money management. Cardinals Credit Union is empowered by the Seaside Place Federal Credit Union. Tonight's participant is Jeremiah Urban. Jeremiah makes the ball through the hoop. He will win $50. Good luck, Jeremiah. That was a good try, Jeremiah. For more information about the Cardinals Credit Union, stop by the kiosk in the cafeteria at lunchtime, Tuesday through Friday, or our branch on Springdale Road next to Red Lobster. Correction, he did make that. Congratulations, Jeremiah. You have won $50 from the Cardinals Credit Union.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Colerain Student Senate proudly presents Where Dreams Come True Homecoming 2018. It represents the athletic and social highlight of the fall season. At this time, we direct your attention to the track at midfield. Students vote every year for their favorite staff members at CHS who have made an impact on them during their high school years. We're excited to announce that this year's favorite staff members are Michelle Hatzel, Josh Luckup, and Greg Weaver. Ms. Michelle Hatzel is in her 8th year teaching business at Colerain High School. She attended Bowling Green State University, majoring in business and marketing education. She loves teaching all of the business courses and helping students gain real-world skills and experiences so that they can grow to their fullest potential. Congratulations, Ms. Hatzel. Mr. Josh Luckup, or Mr. Lucky as the students call him, is in his 6th year teaching math and his 2nd at Colerain High School. He received his bachelor's degree in math education from NKU and his master's degree in math from Indiana University. He and his wife live in Indiana with their 2 young girls. Outside of school, he enjoys playing the fiddle and soccer. He could not attend tonight due to a prior engagement, but is thankful for the opportunity to serve the students and families of Colerain High School. Congratulations, Mr. Luckup. And finally, Mr. Greg Weaver. Mr. Weaver is in his 22nd year of teaching math, 21 of which have been at Colerain High School. He holds a bachelor's degree from Indiana University and a master's degree from Nova Southeastern University. He currently teaches Algebra 1, Honors Pre-Calculus, Honors Calculus, and AP Calculus. During his time at Colerain, he has served as the math department chair, served as a class advisor, mentored several new student teachers, and served on several committees. He and his wife Jenny have been married for 19 years, and they have 4 children. He lives on the family farm where he grew up in southeastern Indiana. Mr. Weaver enjoys spending time at his children's sporting events and helping them with their fairing needs. Congratulations, Mr. Weaver. Before we crown this year's King and Queen, Student Senate is happy to announce the winners of this year's banner competition. At this time, each of the 23 clubs will present their banners across midfield. Each of the 23 clubs and organizations represented here tonight have constructed a banner for the parade. Among the clubs represented tonight, the senior class, the junior class, the sophomore class, the freshman class, the art club, book club, Butler Tech, Caring for Cards, cheerleading, Cardinal Credit Union, DECA, Drama Club, FCCLA, Freshman Mentor Program, French Club, German Club, COSA, Key Club, the Marching Band, National Honor Society, Orchestra, Show Cards, Spanish Club, and Student Senate. Your third place winners this year in the banner contest resulted in a tie. Your two third place winners are French Club and DECA. Your runner-up, the junior class. And your 2018 homecoming banner champion, the Art Club. Congratulations to the Art Club for winning the banner contest. Let's offer a round of applause to everyone who participated in the banner competition. As the banners exit, we'd like to thank the Colerain High School Principal, Mr. Fisher, and administrators Mrs. Davis, Mr. Hawes, Mr. Powlett, Mr. Stevens, as well as Ms. Potsmer and all the office staff for their assistance to ensure the success of tonight and tomorrow's events. And last but certainly not least, a thank you to the PTA organizers of the homecoming parade, Mrs. Shannon Cormican and Mrs. Carrie Robers. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, everyone. And now for our 2018 homecoming court. Representing the senior class, Jennifer Wida and Nahom Kasai. Representing the junior class, Carrie Hilbert and Josh Gaynor. Representing the sophomore class, Madison Stoynoff and Freddie Johnson. Representing the freshman class, Sierra West and AJ Foster. Representing the art club, Sarah Capel and Jacob Colley. Representing book club, Erica Storr, escorted by Nick Allen. Representing Butler Tech, Jessica Ransom and Noah Smith. Representing Caring for Cards, Alexis Allen and Austin Besky. Representing cheerleading, Jessica Williamson, escorted by JJ Davis. Cardinal Credit Union, Carmen Abel and Kevin Kinnebrew. Representing Representing DECA, Liz Murray and Austin Wolf. Representing the Drama Club, Shelby Lutz and Max Obsharsky. Representing FCCLA, Sophia Stegmuller and Troy Messerschmidt. Representing the Freshman Mentor Program, Amy Anderson and Deontay Smith-Moore. Representing French Club, Ali Blythe and Abdul So. From German Club, Ashley Helms and Scott Eulenberg. Representing HOSA, Kylie Marshall and Logan Kinnebrew. Representing Key Club, Trendy Carpenter and Douglas Davis. Representing the marching band, Rachel Lane and Zachary Holt. Representing National Honor Society, Liz Browning and Jacob Reedy. From Orchestra, Megan Gaviglia and Jacob Davis. Representing Show Cards, Caitlin Grimm and Blaine McCarthy. Representing Spanish Club, Brianna Bishop and Brian Belton. And representing Student Senate, Rebecca Green and Adam Bernhardt. Let's have a round of applause for all of our 2018 representatives. Tonight's homecoming king and queen will be given a sash, crown, and roses presented by our very own Treaty Harder. The runner-up for tonight's homecoming king is Nahom Kasai, representing the senior class. The runner-up for homecoming queen is Jessica Williamson, representing cheerleading. So a big round of applause for Nahom Kasai and Jessica Williamson, please. And announcing our CHS royalty tonight. Congratulations first to our 2018 Colerain High School homecoming king, Deontay Smith-Moore, representing the Freshman Mentor Program. And presenting our 2018 Colerain High School homecoming queen, representing DECA, Liz Murray. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome homecoming king Deontay Smith-Moore and homecoming queen Liz Murray. This now concludes the halftime ceremony. The semi-formal dance, Where Dreams Come True, will be held tomorrow night from 7:30 to 11 p.m. in the Colerain High School Gymnasium to conclude this year's festivities. Thank you and enjoy the second half.
Here's your winning split the pot number. If you've got it, bring it to the press box. Winning split the pot number 219, 2434, 219, 2434. If you got it, bring it up to us and let us see it. There are some other scores throughout the area. Fairfield 17. Princeton 7, Lakota East 11, Oak Hills 3, Sycamore 19, Middletown 11, Elder 24, St. X 14, Moore 14, LaSalle 7.
I don't think the game's going to change.
No, I don't think
If
anything's
you
happening.
have found a credit card, once again, if you have found a credit card, please take it to the concession stand, please. We appreciate your honesty. Thank you. The 50-year reunion.
And welcome back. Halftime here at Colerain High School. Colerain Cardinals leading the visiting Hamilton Big Blue 35-0. Here are some of your halftime stats. Hamilton with only 1 first down and 31 yards total offense. They've got 22 carries for 31 yards. They have 1 fumble in the loss, and they've got 1 penalty. They are leading in time of possession. 11 minutes and 45 seconds to Colerain's 9:36. Colerain running away with this. 35 points, 14 first downs, 26 rushes for 302 yards and 46 yards passing. That's 34 plays for 348 yards. They do have 1 fumble and lost, 4 penalties for 40 yards. Leading rushers for Hamilton Big Blue, Keyshawn Stevens, 11 for 22. Caleb Johnson, 7 for 9. And Elijah Bradling, 1 for 0. Sincere Jones leads the Colerain Cardinals in yardage. 4 carries, 106 yards. He's averaging 26.5 yards a carry. Ivan Pace has 5 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown. J.J. Davis, 5 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown. Deontay Smith-Moore, 9 carries, 38 yards, and a touchdown. Keyshawn Stevens for Hamilton passing is 0 for 3 with 1 interception. Deontay Smith-Moore is 5 for 8 for 46 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Sincere Jones has 2 catches for 12 yards. Ivan Pace, 1 for 21 yards. Freddie Johnson, 1 for 11 and 1 touchdown. And Eric Phillips, 1 for 2 with a touchdown. Let's see, your leading tacklers for the Big Blue, Dylan Lee has 5, Jaden Marshall has 5, Jordan Jones has 4, and Nathan Pratt has 4 for the Colerain Cardinals. Luke Bowden leads with 6 tackles, Ivan Pace with 5, Deshaun Pace with 4, and Michael Best with 4. Scoring summary, J.J. Davis got a run of 25 yards. The point after touchdown was good, and then Ivan Pace with 11 minutes into the second quarter had a 15-yard run. Extra point by Cameron Ott is good. Cameron Ott is your is your kicker. Not sure what's happening with our starter, but Deontay Smith-Moore then passed to Freddie Johnson. Is complete for a touchdown with 7:49 left to play. It was 11 yards. The kick was good. And then Deontay Smith-Moore passed again to Eric Phillips for a touchdown with 3:01 left to play for 2 yards. And then Cameron Ott, again, extra point good. And then the final score with 1:11 left to play and a half, Deontay Smith-Moore kind of went on an ugly pace, scrambles for a touchdown himself, ran 15 yards, and the kick by Cameron Ott was good. And also like to mention, for those listening, the Deontay Smith-Moore was named Homecoming King, and his queen, Liz Murray.
Well, not his queen, just the queen.
The queen for the school. So, Brandon, you got
it's 2018, all right? She's her own person, all right?
She's her own queen. So congratulations to our king and queen of homecoming. Now, Brandon, got some scores around town? Mike, you got some scores around town? Somebody got scores around town?
Some scores.
17-7. Fairfield on top of the Princeton Vikings. 35-0 Colerain leads Hamilton.
You got that one. Good.
Yeah, you're welcome. Lakota East 28, Oak Hills 3, Mason 3, Lakota West 0, Middletown 21, Sycamore 19. Elsewhere, Northwest 0, Little Miami 28. Little Miami looking to stay undefeated. Elder 24, St. X 14, Moeller 14, the Lancers of LaSalle 7. And if you give me just a second.
Anybody got that Tippecanoe score?
Give me just.
Well, they were down 14-0 earlier.
So Hamilton getting ready for this half. Got about 2:25 left.
Tippecanoe is down 21-14 to Troy.
And remember, you're listening at home. All this brought to you by the Colerain Boosters. If you want to get a hold of us in the booth or send us a message, remember, radio, you can send us an email, radio@wearecolerain.com, or give us on the comments section there on the streaming video.
Couple other scores, couple surprises in the Dayton area. Northmont just laying it to Lebanon.
Wow,
42-7. That's not where the
I thought you said surprise.
Winless Centerville is tied at half with Huber Heights Wayne.
Wow, you know what? That's a surprise. You're absolutely correct with that.
Yeah, if you just give me time, I'll get to the surprise. Surprising as well, undefeated Springfield took a late score to take the lead, but they lead Xenia just 15-7 at halftime. And another surprising score, Miamisburg only on top of Fairmont by a missed extra point. So the Dayton Power is kind of struggling this week.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the only thing I got. Pickerton Central beat Gahanna Lincoln yesterday by 2 scores. Well, it should have been 1 score, but they decided to. I'll leave it there. I won't say what they did, but they did run up the score.
Good, because I have a DVR, and I think I only watched the first half of that.
Let's be clear. You probably want to watch just the end, because apparently some bad stuff happened at the end of the game.
Well, just depending if they cleaned it up when they televised it.
Yeah.
All I know is I watched the first half of that game, and as you know, it's been raining all week, and there's one of the few games I've seen played on natural turf, and it was a mud pit. So Hamilton had won the toss to start the game. They deferred the second half, so they will start with the ball. We are now into the area of time where it's Colerain leading by 35 points. We will have a running clock this second half, only stopping for injuries and change of possession and timeouts. Again, thanks.
Ooh, there's nachos and cheese at the concession stand. That was the most excited I've heard our announcer all day, announcing nachos and cheese at the concession stand. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Bob.
It's now 30-14 Elder over St. X. What has happened to the Bombers?
You know, with the depth of personality, you always say, hey, sometimes you have a bad class. But when you got that many guys on the team, you'd think they'd find somebody. But you know, even the toughest have bad years.
For 200 years, the University of Cincinnati has put education into action, seizing every moment.
So the teams line up. Cardinals will kick off as previously stated. Cardinals are up 30 points, so there will be a running clock, only stopping on penalties, change of possession, and scores. Which
Injuries.
A score would lead to a change of possession, so it's kind of
aliens.
It would not stop. If there was an alien invasion, the clock would continue to run.
I have to check the rule book on that.
I think
so. Cameron Ott, the sophomore, your backup kicker, Preston in duty tonight. Not really sure what's going on with the Mangold, the starter, but he's perfect on extra points and done well on kickoffs. Going to kick it off from his own 40. Back for Hamilton Blue, Keyshawn Stevens, Daquan Moffitt, and Caleb Johnson.
Pop up, not as high as before, but it's going to take a nice hop. And trying to find some space.
He's got a seam.
Down the sidelines, trying to get the past midfield. J.J. Davis with the tackle, but Caleb Johnson gets it close to midfield.
That's your freshman right there. You know, looked like we had a lot of backup players in there on the kick coverage, but kind of an odd kick. It wasn't that deep, but got a good bounce and got a good seam. And I'll tell you what, that freshman can run. He gets a seam, and there's
no backups. That's the ones.
That was the one
unit.
Okay, just missed him on that one. So Hamilton with good starting field position for their first possession. They're going to be out their own 47 yard line. Again, back to their third string quarterback, running back forced into duty tonight.
Sophomore Stevens at the play. Snap back, handoff. Welcome, says Ivan Pace Jr.
Ivan Pace, known for his wrestling skills, with the takedown right there. The freshman comes there on a little bit of a counter, and I
know they still play by Classic 2 rules in the high school level, but on international level, that might have been like a 5-point takedown.
That was, yeah. Double leg takedown. He grabbed from right back behind the two knees, took the shoulders, drove him to the turf. Loses 4 yards.
Snap, back, fake, keeps it, tries to get around the outside. Daryl Patrick with the tackle.
When you do not have a threat to throw the ball, you're as we said, so much limited. Senior 5'5", 165-pound defensive line, Daryl Patrick. His key was the quarterback. He stuck with him.
He's playing that other outside linebacker, and he's done a good job all year. They want to rotate those ends. Phillips and Pace, they want to give Pace a breather playing both ways. Patrick's done a good job on the edge for the Cardinals so far this year. And he's another wrestler. Deshaun Pace is coming on the blitz. You better get the ball away.
He tipped it.
And Deshaun Pace tip causes the ball to go high, incomplete. 4th down for the Big Blue.
Yeah, the running back just kind of slipping out there, tried to duck underneath the rushing safety right there, Deshaun Pace. And Deshaun Pace just did get a tip of it. Well covered by the Colerain Cardinals. It'll bring up 4th down. Your kicker's done a good job tonight. Bright spot here, Elijah Spradling.
Snap back, kick is up. Sincere Jones looks to field it. He gets just some space down the sidelines, but he runs out of space. Out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Cardinals will take over with 9:35 to play in the quarter. Got to think this will be the single drive of the second half for the Colerain ones.
Well, traditionally, Colerain goes with his ones, and then the second drive will be the one offensive line with the 2 skills. See how this plays out. Colerain breaks the huddle, but okay, TV timeout.
Well, with that TV timeout, we had the chance to fill airtime with just useless nonsense. I said we had the time to. I didn't say we would.
Oh, I didn't know that
But
you
see,
actually had useless
Oh,
nonsense.
but
you could say.
by the fact that I'm asking myself if we're doing that, it's actually the useless banter.
Well, yeah, shout out and special thanks to Chris Hemonitis, who is home tonight, taking the night off, spending it with family. Yeah, thanks
allegedly.
Allegedly. So thanks for staying home, Chris.
We do have a request here in the chat room for any Cleveland or Columbus area scores if you're looking for something to.
Oh, man, that takes effort and stuff. All right, first down for the Cardinals. We'll try. Snap back throw on the speed pitch. J.J. Davis cuts up the middle. He's hit, still on his feet. Whistle will blow. It'll pick up 3 yards.
You know, when you're a wide receiver or a wingback here from Colerain, you're going to have to block because we got a Hamilton Big Blue player down.
2 Hamilton Big Blue players.
Oh, I didn't see the one across. But before the play was over, Sincere Jones was looking to the sidelines going, was I supposed to block him?
And I think he was. Yeah,
coach is letting him know, yeah. Got 2 big blue players down, one behind the play.
61-yard touchdown. Wayne takes the lead 21-14 over Centerville. Touchdown Bombers, 2-point no good. 30-20. Elder still leads St. X. All right, you want some Northern scores. We'll pretend like Loveland just gave up a touchdown. They're tied with Western Claremont, 7-7.
That's not North.
That was the next
That's
one that
East,
came across
Brandon.
my feed. I'm just giving you some help. Ignatius High School. That's really what you want, right? It's Ignatius. That's what we want. That's the scores we want. Gotta give me what you want.
All right, while Brandon looks up there, another thanks to our corporate sponsors. Thanks again to the Hot Works Blood Center, Valley Metalworks, Queen City Running, CAI Insurance, Cincinnati Police Credit Union, State Farm Insurance, Shock Tile and Carpet, Skyline Chili, Holding Realtors, Underground Sports Shop, Friedhoff Accounting and Tax Service, Meyer, Joe Capel Lawn and Landscape, Longshafer, Friendship Baptist Church, Northwest Association of Educators, Joseph Toyota of Cincinnati, Quaker Steak and Lube, Langen Meats, Supercuts, Plato's Closet, Arab Pest Control, Fast Signs, Life Touch, Game on Sports, Northgate Ford, La Rosa's, NovaCare, Paul Young Funeral Home, Midwest Stonescapes. As one of the players from Hamilton is up, walking out on his own power, that's Jordan Jones. Good to see him up.
Do we have an update? St. Ignatius leads St. Benedictine 2-1. They have a soccer game going on, not a football game.
You're funny.
That's the only update we got from St. Ignatius. They might have a bye this week. I think they have a bye this week. Or they play Saturday. I don't know.
I think you know what? This is the time of year they're playing on Saturdays. So another one of the Hamilton, that's Ryan Ponder, defensive lineman, big number 45, with a lot of help from his training staff. So hopefully that young man will be okay. Never like to see anybody hurt.
Ignatius does play tomorrow against a Canadian team, it looks like.
Canadian teams most likely from Canada.
And same thing for St. Edwards. They play Buchtel tomorrow as well. So there's your scores. They all play on Saturday. Pickerington Central played Gahanna Lincoln on Thursday. They won 28-14.
Colerain breaks the huddle. Looks like they got a few subs in it on the offensive line.
Deontay Smith-Moore will lead the I formation. Ivan Pace dotted.
2nd down and 8:55 left to play.
And Sincere Jones handoff. Ivan Pace Jr. follows his blockers. They fall forward. He picks up 4 yards, make it 3rd and 4 for the Colerain Cardinals. Mentor leads Medina 35-10. There's your Cleveland scores. There you go.
Mentor is the offensive machine up there this year.
They have 3 players going to Ohio, or 2 players going to Ohio State, 1 going to Michigan next year.
All on offense?
No, they're linemen. They're big guys. 2 offensive linemen, 1 defensive lineman.
So 3rd down and about 4.
Deontay Smith-Moore takes it, hands it off. Ivan Pace around the tackle, stays on his feet, still on his feet, out of bounds, inside Big Blue territory.
You know, you're not going to take Ivan Pace down with just an arm tackle. Hamilton Big Blue kind of chopping at his legs, but you know what? He's going to use those big thighs as a weapon, and he just runs right through the defensive backs. Picks up the 1st down into Hamilton Blue territory, down to the Hamilton 46. We got 7:50 left to play. in the third quarter. We still got 2 more quarters left to play.
It's a going.
Again, running clock.
Reynoldsburg trails Pick North 17-7.
Back to the I formation, one wing back.
Handoff.
Handoff.
Ivan Pace Jr. cuts back, makes the safety miss, and now it's a foot race to the end zone.
He
15,
got an angle.
10, 5.
Hey.
Touchdown. Ivan Pace Jr.
He just takes this dive off the left side, follows the block off his tackle, 46 yards. Tell you what, the big man rumbled, stumbled. He got into the end zone, almost untouched. Hamilton safety had a nice angle on him, but he beats him to the pylon. Another score for the Colerain Cardinals. That'll bring the camera not back on for the extra point. Deontay Smith hold. Ed Bolden is your long snapper. Snap is back. Hold. Kick is up. Kick is ugly.
And no good.
That ball never really got off the ground. Don't know if he kicked it bad set or whatever. The snap wasn't too bad, but it hit the crossbar, and it was lucky to make it that far. So our first miss of an extra point tonight for Cameron Ott.
So, with 7:22 to play in the third quarter, it's the Colerain Cardinals 41. The Big Blue of Hamilton still with 0.
This is the interesting time to see how long Hamilton's going to keep in there for first string offense.
Well, the Big Blue got to get something. They have 22 total yards. They had 31 at halftime.
Only 1 first down for the Hamilton Big Blue. Their biggest play was the return on the last kickoff.
Bowling, Scott, Johnson, deep for Hamilton.
So Johnson, Moffitt, Stevens,
Cardinals.
back for Hamilton.
Cameron Ott set to kick off for the Colerain Cardinals. Now you got some substitutions on that return team. Or excuse me, on that kickoff team. Squig kick. He fielded about the 12-yard line, picked up down the sideline, racing through, pushed to the sidelines, but not before Darren Bowling picks up a good return.
Yeah, squib kick, not too effective right there. Gets the good hop. You know, you got that elongated ball. You're not going to bounce through, but bounce right up into the arms of the up back. Takes it out. Hamilton's going to have good field position. Ball's going to be spotted at their own 37. We have 6:54 left to play in this third quarter. Once snap is made again, back to the running clock. Actually, start the clock once the ball's set. Keyshawn Stevens still in at quarterback. A little bit of movement up front.
Some substitutions for Colerain Cardinals in the linebacking positions. Darryl Patrick in, Willie Finch moving the linebacker, and number 45, Xander Kendall in a linebacker.
They're going to call that one against Colerain.
He came across, and if he draws him off to jump, then it's on the Cardinals. Positive yards for the Big Blue. Take him any way you can get him. Snap back, handoff, ball is loose, picked up. Darryl Patrick's got no one in front of him. Darryl Patrick, touchdown Cardinals.
The senior in substitution duty picks up the fumble. Takes it roughly 35, 37 yards into the end zone. Colerain with their first defensive score of the night.
Darryl Patrick, the senior backup linebacker, going to pick up a touchdown here on homecoming. Bolden set the snap. It'll be the backup quarterback.
Yeah, it's Tyler Prather.
Set to hold. Ott still with the kick. Snap down. Kick is up. This one is good, and at this 5:52 mark of the third quarter, it's the Colerain Cardinals 48, the Big Blue 0. And the nice thing about that touchdown, and they're still doing it right now. Deontay Smith-Moore coming off the bench to do it right now. I don't know who was happier, Daryl Patrick or everyone else on the Colerain defense that Daryl Patrick scored that touchdown.
Well, you know what? When you've got a solid team, you've got underclassmen that can play. You got Freddie Johnson out there, underclassmen. But what makes a team solid is when you've got seniors who don't see normal time, who are not starters, who sit there and they are there at every practice, fighting against the guys who underclassmen might have took the position that they all had. But when you've got seniors like that stick around, it only makes a team better.
Cardinals are set to kick off once again. Squib kick again, fielded by the Big Blue, and who's on the tackle but Daryl Patrick?
Daryl Patrick, a whole swarm of Colerain Cardinals right there, a flock if you might. Jalen Montgomery.
I don't think you might.
So, yeah, Colerain backup linebackers in. No subs on the defensive line or the defensive backs right now.
No, they got some substitutions. Jaquan Jackson's in there. 31 is in there. That's Jalen Tinsley. Handoff up the middle, trying to find some space. Cuts it back inside. And a good positive gain for the Big Blue.
Simple dive off the right side, picks up 8. As the clock continues to roll, we're at 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
We might get through this third quarter without the Colerain offense in the field again. Handoff around the end again, off tackle for the first down.
You know, Big Blue struggling tonight, but we've seen from their two skill position players, Caleb Johnson along with Keyshawn Stevens, they've got some athletes back there. One's a sophomore, one's a freshman, true freshman. So the weapons are there, the cupboard's not bare, so the future looks bright for the Hamilton Big Blue.
Handoff again. Met in the backfield. Willie Finch with a tackle.
Tell you, Willie Finch does a great job. Not the biggest defensive lineman you'll see out there. As a matter of fact, sometimes you don't see him because he's not the biggest guy.
Well, fortunately for him, he's playing outside linebacker now, kind of with the substitution. He's going to this kind of like Colerain traditionally, where really the defensive linemen are outside linebackers, kind of playing on the outside. Or on the inside, excuse me. Handoff, faked. Daryl Patrick kick. Corral Stevens. He's still on his feet across the 45. And they sets up a third down and manageable for the Big Blue.
Jackson gets in on the tackle. Third down 3.
So to bring up a third down to 3 into the Colerain territory. All at the Colerain of 43.
Cardinals looking to preserve this shutout. Hamilton looking for the first down. Snap is through the feet of Stevens. He's just going to try to pick something up. And a big hit.
Oh, you've got to be kidding on that.
Jackson.
The ball was snapped back, a scramble at it, and the running back, just took off and he was scrambling. One of the Colerain Cardinals made a big hit at the end of the play. Now, it's kind of on the other side. They're calling a personal foul. They're calling it helmet-to-helmet contact. So that's a possibility. It was a hard hit, and it was across the field.
So it'll give the Big Blue a first down.
No.
No, it won't. It'll be 4th down.
Make it 4th down and 4.
Well, what is it? So they replay the down. I don't know the rules exactly. So
Coach Bolden looking for an explanation.
I guess they will get to replay the down.
So about a 20-yard loss turns into a nothing.
Handoff up the middle. Robinson did again. Johnson tries to get it. He'll get 4. He needed 5. 4th down.
Between our change crew, our scoreboard people, we really, okay, yeah, they got it right now. 4th down and 1. Ball on the Colerain 42.
Snap back, handoff, bounces to the outside, and he's going to get enough for the first down. Caleb Johnson.
Caleb Johnson takes it all the way down to the 39. 2 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter.
Cardinals stuffed it up the middle, but couldn't wrap him up, and he's able to bounce outside. Luckily for the Cardinals, the defensive backs can clean it up, but Caleb Johnson did a good job finding the space to the outside, picks up the first down for the Big Blue. Stevens takes it, hands it off. Caleb Johnson off tackle again. He is tackled by Donovan Owens for a 3-yard gain.
Colerain have all their starters out on defense?
Well, most of them. Kendricks is still in there. Patterson's still in there. They leave Mike Bess in there because he's a sophomore. Get him as much as a learning experience as anything.
Jaquan Jackson overplaying the other corner.
You got to think it's his corner his time. Where Luke, you normally call him the defense, you let the sophomore now call it with the second unit in there. Stevens fakes the handoff, rolls, looks to throw. He gets his first completion of the evening. Finds a man downfield who makes a man miss. And Joey Morgan takes it down the 11.
Little play action to the tight end. I'm surprised we didn't see any. Well, they were trying to do this earlier. This time with a little bit more time to throw. Just a little play action, dump off to the tight end. And there's a penalty on the play.
A holding penalty on the Big Blue. So negate that long pass play. It is a spot foul, so it will be a 2-yard penalty. And it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Big Blue. So unfortunately for the Big Blue, the holding downfield, not at the point of contact. Or point of the play.
Well, yeah, he makes the catch, but then the long run is
sprung by the
benefited by the hold. So 2nd down and 8.
Stevens snap, takes it, hands it off. Caleb Johnson around the edge, and he's brought down by Daryl Patrick.
Daryl Patrick. Did you say he was a wrestler?
He was a wrestler.
So yeah, a lot of hand strength right there. They were going. He's fighting off a stiff arm from the running back. And we've got another flag on the play. He hit him by the sleeve and pulled him down. That is not a horse collar. And the clock has gone down to end this 3rd quarter. The referees are discussing.
I think the one referee is adamant that it was a face mask, and the other referees are telling him it's not. They are going to throw the flag.
It was not a face mask. He hit him by the sleeve of the shirt. If anything, that was an offensive face mask on the stiff arm. They never called. That's not a penalty. But the referee behind the defense, farthest referee from the play, is the one that is insistent that was a face mask. And he's talked his cohorts into, yes, it was a face mask. Only a 5-yarder.
As that was the end of the quarter, we will have an untimed down here for 3rd. They're on 2nd down. So this is like the 3rd time we played this 2nd down.
So this is 6th down and 5.
Handoff. Donovan Owens with the tackle on the backfield. And it's a 2-yard loss and make it 3rd and 7. 3rd and 8. And that ends the third quarter. So after 3 quarters of play here at Colerain High School, so Colerain Cardinals 48 to Hamilton Big Blue 0.
Yeah, one last thank you to our corporate sponsors. And if you want to be join the team and support the Colerain Cardinals, not only in the football field, but all athletics, all extracurricular activities. That includes show cards, academic quiz team, anything that involves Colerain High School students, and as well as students from the Colerain Middle and White Oak Middle. You can be an individual sponsor, but to be our corporate sponsor, just find our contact information and we'll hook you up. So once again, thank you to Queen City Running, Valley Metalworks, CAI Insurance, Hawksworth Blood Center, Cincinnati Police Credit Union, State Farm Insurance, Shock Tile and Carpet, Skyline Chili, Hooding Realtors, Underground Sports Shop, Friedhoff Accounting and Tax Service, Meyer, Joe Capel Lawn and Landscaping, Midwest Stonescapes, Paul Young Funeral Home, NovaCare, La Rosa's, Northgate Ford, Game On Sports, Life Touch, Fast Signs, Arab Pest Control, Plato's Closet, Supercuts, Langan Meats, Quaker Steak and Lube, Joseph Toyota of Cincinnati, the Northwest Association of Educators, Friendship Baptist Church, and Long Schaefer. Thank you to our corporate sponsors, and thank you to all you individual booster sponsors.
Couple quick score updates. End of third quarter, Fairfield still leads Princeton 17-7. Touchdown by Michael Bittner. Elder now leads St. X 44-20.
Wow.
Elder blowing out the Bombers.
Is that at the pit?
I'm not sure. Elsewhere, tied at the end of the third quarter, Centerville 21, Wayne 21. Strongsville leads Euclid 24-20 at the end of 3 quarters. There you go, Cleveland score.
Cleveland is in Ohio.
That's correct.
Just thought I'd throw that in there.
And Mason is up on Lakota West 5-0 now.
And a baseball game happened out there. Oak Hills leads Fairfield 1-0. Apparently they played a soccer game update, sorry.
Yeah, the football game's 41-3.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and 7. Oak Hills needs to get to the Colerain 29. All subs in for the defense are Colerain.
Snap back, fake it. Stevens keeps it up the middle, trying to get to the line again, and he will fall forward and get the first down.
Yeah, I'll pick up the first down. I'll tell you what, the most interested group right now, your number one defenses are standing right there. They want the shutout. So running clock down to 11:30.
First down for the Big Blue at the Cardinal 26. Elsewhere, all tied up, 14-14, Moeller and LaSalle. Stevens takes the snap, hands it off. Johnson, Darrell Patrick will wrestle him down again.
Tell you what, Darrell Patrick is having himself a whale of a half. That's like his 4th tackle, plus he's got the long touchdown. Limits that to a 3-yard gain.
And kind of a weird game, and considering we've already given Deontay Smith Moore and Ivan Pace players of the game. Darrell Patrick maybe trying to work his way for a play in the game.
A defensive touchdown, or, well, I was thinking about maybe the sophomore kicker, but he did miss his last extra point.
I don't know why you'd give it to a kicker, but
I said I was thinking about it.
Deshaun Pace coming on a blitz. Caleb Johnson.
Caleb Johnson for a freshman. I mean, he's 6'1".
He picked up a bunch of yards around the edge because there was a holding call.
But he's got a burst to him. He's 6'1". They left 185.
Substitution now in the ball game. The difference between the 5'8" Jack Hughes and the 6'3" Deshaun Pace at safety is made all of them apparent when they substitute in for each other and give each other a high five.
Yeah, a lot of times in the substitution you'll see them handing a towel to a guy, in basketball, or a high five here, but you're right.
So it'll be 2nd down and 20.
I think they've gotten like 300 yards on this drive alone, because they've gone from the 50 to the 20, back to the 40, up to the 20, back to the 30.
I'm telling you, the Colerain offense is not going to see the field again. The way this drive is going, handoff, Dante Corleone, the sophomore, engulfs Caleb Johnson for a 1-yard gain. Dante Colerain started the year as the starter for the Colerain Cardinals, kind of losing some playing time with the ones, but here trying to earn his way back here in the second half with a big tackle there.
Yeah, he's part of the rotation, and one of the Coach Bolden has talked about him, comparing him to, of all people, the Bird brothers back in the day.
Again, as a sophomore, I think he has to learn to play hard every play, learn how to keep it going. Here, handoff, fake, Stevens keeps it, gets it off, incomplete. Fourth down, Dante Colerain applying the pressure.
Yeah, same play that they connected to the tight end before, just a little play action. They allow the rush to come in from Colerain, kind of forces it. But if you saw that, he really didn't raise his arm above his shoulder to throw it. It was kind of more of a shot put right there.
That's the unfortunate thing for the Big Blue.
They don't have a quarterback.
They don't have a quarterback, so it limits the playbook he has. That might be one of 3 or 4 kind of plays they have for that situation. So it'll be fourth down. The Big Blue offense is still on the field. Maybe we will see the Cardinal offense.
8:10 left to play in this game. Running clock.
Snap back. Stevens rolls. He's going to look to throw deep and caught in the end zone. 6 points, Jamar Matthews.
Yeah, he rolled him out to the left, and as I said, you had a little bit of time. Throws it over, just kind of a throw and a hope, and that prayer was answered. So Hamilton takes away the shutout. Scores with 8 minutes to play.
They'll line up for the kick.
Zach Welch. Well, nope, that's not Zach Welch. It's a different number.
There's no 7 on the roster, so.
Well, let's assume it's Zach Welch. We've got a lot of numbers issues tonight on both rosters.
It's either Aaron Turd or Zach Welch, the only 2 players listed on the Hamilton roster as kickers. That one is no good. And at 7:58 to play here in the ballgame, it's your Colerain Cardinals leading the Hamilton Big Blue 48-6.
So curious to see what Hamilton does here. Down multiple scores. You need work on it, but this is not an area where really an onside kick is warranted. But we've seen stranger things in the GMC.
Yeah, but that was certain coaches that no longer actually are in the GMC that don't know why you would onside kick it down 6 scores. But it happens sometimes. I don't think Coach Murphy is one of those type of coaches with vindictive or anything or trying to prove a point. He's got his team. They're 0-6 and they're trying to make stuff happen. And now I'm going to throw candy into the stands because I can.
No, you're not.
Oh, am I supposed to eat it?
No, why are we throwing it to the stands?
I don't know. I was just handed a bowl of candy. I thought I was supposed to eat. I throw it in the stands.
It's different. Well, Colerain tradition. We have the Mrs. Grandma Smith, the licorice lady, who doesn't attend the games that much anymore, but she traditionally turns around and faces the crowd.
I don't know.
So they know it's coming.
I don't know. I was handed a bowl of candy. I don't know what to do with the bowl of candy. If you randomly just start throwing candy from here, you're going to hit people in the back of the head, and you're going to cause an issue. Oh, man.
If they knew it was coming.
You hand me candy, there's only 2 things I can do with it. I can eat it, but we're on the air, and I don't want to have everyone hear the crunchy sounds of a Kit Kat.
Or it's a Kit Kat.
Or I throw it.
You didn't say it was a Kit Kat.
Cardinals line up just in case of the thought of the onside kick.
Can't really see the numbers back for the return team for the Colerain Cardinals.
They're not J.J. Davis and Sincere Jones. I know that much.
That might be Gavin
Watson. And is that
10?
Jaquan Jackson back.
Jaquan Jackson back.
Both of who have touchdowns this year for the Cardinals. Kick is deep. It will be fielded by Jaquan Jackson. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. He picks it up off the ground. Head of steam, finding some space, and he's knocked down to the 26-yard line. He might have had some space to run had he not bobbled the initial return.
It was a really, really low line drive kick, pretty flat right there. But yeah, I think he hit a little bit too much adrenaline because when he got the ball and he finally started running, it seemed like his arms and legs were moving much faster than he was down the field.
That's one of those ones. I don't get to do this a lot, so I'm going to
I'm going to make the most of it. And was just a little too excited.
A little too excited. Ooh, piece of candy.
Piece of candy.
Cardinals, lots of subs in the game.
New quarterback.
Tyler Prather in at quarterback. Hamza Abdul-Wahid in a running back. He's dotted by a number I can't see.
Let's get Hamza loose here.
Handoff. Hamza spins off the tackle, still on his feet. Still on his feet somehow. He'll get to pick up 6-7 yards on the play.
Hey, I love watching him play. He doesn't go down on a first contact. And is always battling. He's going to pick up about 6 on that. We're down to 7 minutes.
Double tight end formation for the Cardinals. Motion man handoff. Hamza keeps it, still on his feet. And Abdul-Wahid will get the first down.
We're getting a little preview right now. Probably a lot of players we'll see tomorrow morning. If you're not doing anything, 10 o'clock at Hamilton High. Watch the Colerain and Big Blue JV go at it. So he did pick up the first down.
Handoff. No, keeps it, pitches. That's not how the triple option works.
Yeah, the pitch man was really surprised that the ball came his way.
Shannon Murray takes the pitch and immediately is tackled.
Yeah, Shannon Murray listed in our program as a quarterback running back. So you would think if anybody would know the option, it's him there. But, he faked the ball to the fullback, kept it himself, went to his third option and pitched it out.
That's because Tyler Prather should have tucked it and went inside. He was surprised. He's like, well, you pitched me the ball. I shouldn't be getting it.
You can't pitch it back once you get it, young man. Take up and run. Kind of stunned him right there. So it's 2nd down and 14.
Jet sweep, handoff. Jalen Thomas trying to find the edge, and he does. He's trying to get some more space. Finally runs out of real estate and out of bounds, but he picks up about 5-6 yards on the play. So the first carry by Jalen Thomas of the evening.
3rd down, 14.
So to bring up a 3rd down and 14. Just north of 5 minutes left to play.
Running clock. 3rd down.
Yeah, Colerain broke the huddle with 12. They broke the huddle and one of the players ran off the field. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
Glad we're being so strict to the rules when we're trying to get substitutions in and out of the ballgame to let people who don't normally play, but it is what it is.
Well, even as substitutes, you need to know your role.
Quick update still.
But you know what? Clock's running.
It is. Quick update. Moeller and LaSalle tied at 14 with 2 minutes to play. LaSalle has the ball at their own 13 with 2 minutes to play.
So 3rd down and 20.
Snap back and handoff and
no
nothing.
gain.
And nothing.
So second team punt team is in.
Here's another score that we haven't
seen.
Hey,
how about this? First punt of the day.
Ooh, Austin Sandusky back to punt.
This would be a good spot for a fake.
This would be one of the best spots to fake, I'll be honest with you. It would be not
Actually,
at all.
it wouldn't be good sportsmanship, but I can't miss just in case we
It's a running gag here at WeirdCoin.com, so we apologize. We're not serious about it. Should definitely punt this away. Lawson Sandusky gets a pretty good one, but it's going to be fielded, and he's got lots of space if he can get past the initial man. And across midfield, number 13, Darren Bowling, to the Cardinal 46-yard line. Score we haven't said today, but is going to be a big game in the GMC. Not in the GMC, but in Region 4. Milford beats Anderson 56-20. That's big because Milford is fighting for one of those playoff spots that could potentially be a first-round opponent for the Colerain Cardinals.
Well, it should be interesting right now. We just had a kind of a power surge. We've lost the scoreboard.
We still have power here, though.
We still have power here, but
there's flashing lights somewhere. I don't know where they're coming from.
That's a tow truck.
Ooh. Elsewhere, Lakota East 41. Oak Hills 3. Oak Hills really missing their quarterback. He's hurt. Final, Upper Arlington.
So what they're going to have to do, go ahead. I'm sorry, Brandon.
Upper Arlington defeats Westland 21-0.
Does it seem dark in the neighborhood behind there?
That might be it. The power just might have went out in that neighborhood.
So what they'll do is they'll have running clock on the field.
Do we have a score? Because I don't know what the score. It's what, 48-6?
Yeah.
It's 48-6.
When the clock went out, there was what, 7 minutes left?
No,
No, 4 minutes
there's
left.
like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, 4
left.
minutes. Just about 4 minutes.
Trying to get you some score updates. It's Mason 12.
Colerain athletic director is on the field also. So is there an issue beyond just the scoreboard? We know we had the boiler fire.
A couple years ago, yeah.
Yeah, the boiler. Well, it wasn't a fire. It looked like a fire, but it was steam.
Yeah.
When the boiler burst.
12-0 now. Mason leads Dakota West. No longer playing baseball there.
Yeah, and I know we have a lot of food trucks and everything with homecoming here. A lot in that end zone. But concession stand looks like it has power. I do see fireworks off in the distance. It's not lightning. So we're good there.
I feel like you're making stuff. I don't know when you're making stuff up and you're not.
No, there was just right off of
There's
it was just
why
over,
would there be fireworks?
There was one
on a
little
random
shot
day?
just offside of Brockton.
Oh, there's shoot a firework off. What are you just making stuff up?
Because why am I making stuff up?
I don't know why.
Because there's no game going on right now.
I know.
We're on a delay. So this is the time where we fill space with nonsense.
Well, you told me there was aliens earlier. And now
No,
you're telling
I
me
said
there's fireworks.
I said there was a potential for what would happen if aliens would fall. Will we still have the continuous clock? That's what I was talking
We're
about.
going to have a continuous clock. Scoreboard is back on. 4 minutes on the clock.
You know what? I'm guessing maybe somebody kicked the plug. All right. Well, oh wait. Channel 64 is holding up the game now. Now that we're ready, we got to wait for the TV crew. As I said, this game you're going to watch it with us, but check Channel 64, the CW here in Cincinnati. They're going to replay it.
Not the CW.
It's not the CW.
Station. No, it's just Star 64.
ABC.
Handoff up the middle. Bobbled the ball, but he able to hold on to it. It'll be second out. Not Star 64. CW is not Star 64. It's totally different channels. One's a completely local channel, and one is a CBS-owned affiliate. Second down and 6 for the Big Blue. It does smell like something.
3 minutes.
Like
I'm seeing the
handoff. Caleb Johnson
big hole. Big
bounces
hole.
outside, still on his feet. Up, knocked out of bounds.
Stays in bound, clock running.
Second and 5, or to the 25.
So 2:45 left to play in this game. Second, third, fourth team in for the Colerain Cardinals on defense. Starting quarterback and running back for Hamilton still in the ballgame. But you can't fault them because really
they don't really have any more quarterbacks.
They don't have enough. Well, we saw a little bit earlier.
Their other quarterback is their starting middle linebacker. I know Hamilton used to be a big school, but I don't think they have enough kids to have 5 quarterbacks on the varsity roster.
Not too many. 2 minutes left to play.
Fumble, the snap ball's on the turf, and Johnson falls on it for the Big Blue. Third down.
And again, Colerain leading by more than 30 in the second half. Running clock.
Third down, 9.
.130.
Oh, it'll be 3rd and 9. Big Blue probably in 2-down territory. Handoff. Johnson around the tackle, finds some space. He gets it closed on the hole. He's going to be short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down and about 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, it all depends on the spot right there. Made contact. Colerain pushed him back. hard to tell from this angle. That's almost going to be 3 yards they're going to need.
1 minute to play.
Regulation, 1 minute.
Stevens takes the snap, hands it off Johnson. Willie Finch can't make the play. Bouncing outside, he'll pick up the first down inside the 10.
Even though he forced him out of bounds,
the clock will continue to
clock
roll.
will continue to run. We're under 30 seconds.
Go to Mason next Friday. We need you.
Big Blue do not have to run a play, but they just might.
Support your number 1
Snap back. This will be the last play. Stevens tries to make Willie Finch miss. He does make him miss, still on his feet, trying to make it, and the rest of the Cardinals come clear it up. 8 seconds to play. Clock is going to roll. That will be the last play of the game here for the Colerain Cardinals as they defeat the Big Blue of Hamilton 48-6. Cardinals head to Mason High School next week to take on the Mason Comets. We will have live action. Again, it'll be a away game, so we won't have live video, but we'll be here with the audio and scoreboard next week here on WeAreColerain.com. For Mike Rourke on the board, Brian White, I'm Brandon White, and this has been Colerain Cardinals presentation. WeAreColerain.com's presentation of Colerain football.
Way to go, rookie.